100.5. 100.5.
Accra FM. Yeah, mommy.
Accra, oh yellow. Accra, oh yellow.
Accra FM. 100.5. 100.5. Accra FM.
Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema be meti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabin say you wati unkensen. Kwabena keja guma mniyanko.
Wa mabe. Aborna wum lahabal nyasem. Asibir dalet kurga yo point ne pregele. Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Muni nyatung ban yabga. Ka borna ay wum ya to nyasem ko twekane. Ban la akum nana Bobie Ansah kabugum lahabal suma tungban yabga nana Bobie Ansah wuni nya tungban yabga o twe kan yarama o twe ne bielba atia nyanwu nyanyu o tweba o nyelo ma bia nana Bobie Ansah tungban yabga nyu
ebi de komode wom enfoni Carlos ne Ansah ne Mustafa ne nkrofo masa da bia de atia de sen so mu di cast ho atrantwie twi ye ka atrantwie a etse ayi kinagate fo a omuti si so a kyerese so okọ na wo ba kyerese cast ho de omude ho aye okusie a wayi kyino no.
Oh, Nana Bobie Ansah on the Citizen Show. Stay with Nana Bobie Ansah. All the politics you can know on Accra FM 100.5. Tune to the Citizen Show. Nana Bobie Ansah. Yeah.
Accra FM, yeah, mommy.
Oh, Nana Bobie Ansah on the Citizen Show. Stay with Nana Bobie Ansah. All the politics you can know on Accra FM 100.5. Tune to the Citizen Show. Nana Bobie Ansah. Yeah.
Ebi de komode wom enfoni Carlos ne Ansah ne Mustafa ne nkrofo masa da bia de atia de sen so mu di cast ho atrantwie twi ye ka atrantwie a etse ayi kinagate fo a omuti si so a kyerese so okọ na wo ba kyerese cast ho de omude ho aye okusie a wayi kyino no.
Oh, Nana Bobie Ansah on the Citizen Show. Stay with Nana Bobie Ansah. All the politics you can know on Accra FM 100.5. Tune to the Citizen Show. Nana Bobie Ansah. Yeah.
Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema be meti garafuru kube puntimpuna si sokode. No wakanchira katabin say you wati unkensen. Kwabena keja guma mniyanko.
There are two things that because remember, I'm in Nana Akufo-Addo, Ansah watcher before Gabriel just Dakono, nephew, Ofian Nanso. Now, I used to support Akufo-Addo. So, what happened? Akufo-Addo, and I don't think I will support Akufo-Addo. And that, in fact, the opportunity of Mayor, Mama, Fagana, Akufo-Addo, because he does not, he does not deserve the leadership of this great country. I can't entrust Ghana in hands of Nana Akufo-Addo. I can't sleep. It's not safe, and I believe that. Question: will not sleep easy with Akufo-Addo as president of Ghana. I mean, no, I will not sleep easy as a Ghanaian. More promote Nana Akufo-Addo as president of Ghana. I can't, because I cannot entrust the destiny of this country into the hands of Nana Akufo-Addo. That's my opinion. If you want, I will repeat it. I cannot entrust the destiny of this country into the hands of Nana Akufo-Addo. That's my opinion. Nobody can steal any opinion. And he knows that I hope Akufo-Addo and his men are listening. And they should mean Kofi Kumsin on and stop attacking others who I am supporting it. I'm supporting. They should take me on for my view.
Inkukuya kabang adibiara durefu ya wo fere na fu na nso ya asase durefu ya wo fere ne siw adenti efisa asase ne panyin opanyin ne hira opanyin ne Kwabena Bobie Ansah sasere kukuku da bi ochi mekwan no di nkampro obebare bia na wabebare daily graphic ne daily guide memunsam asai magana fu eje na kurum muntie eje ntetireci onam so wadoto nsura akorokraw gana fu se ubeshi akwache wo kwanchen no bema achenchen ache wo kwanchen de eni ankako awrukọ chakra chenchen no ma ne yechen achenchen na se poto ni be poto kasa mafia na efi potofi nti gana fu ntie Bobie se obi abo ma wabo ni bi mu watu Bobie na obi so obesan abo obia boni bi na dan obobia gana fu beti aman yesem sempa Bobie wona gana fu nanti ubiribiri wona won nanti umpremprem mo nanti ubiribiri nanti umpremprem
Upenyara Nyane tini nyane yo Wunkuara nefiu Yedia ubrasi kese dauswasio Yeri dauswasio Nyamye Diye hasida Nyamye Nyamye Tredrapo Nyamye Nyamye Tredrapo Nyamye Nyamye Udika sinenu nyanu wonu Tredrapo Nyamye Yeshangwara Sheyafu Nyamye Yeshangwara Shesira Nyamye Upenyara Oyani alamunyo Munkuara nefiu Yedia ubrasi kasi dauswasio Yeri dauswasio Nyamye Jie hasida
Wabatele
Ampo Nyamye Nyamye Tredrapo Nyamye Udika sinenu nyanu wonu Tredrapo Nyamye Yeshangwara Sheyafu Nyamye Yeshangwara Shesira Nyamye Upenyara Amale uanendijo Munkuara nefiu Yedia ubrasi kasi dauswasio Yeri dauswasio Nyamye
All right, so that's it live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show Tuesday afternoon. Yamamunyina ha yamamu akwa baby bia wotemen ka bia no yanemu ahia join on Facebook Nana Kuntu Kunumunku Nana odi we de me hunu boda anyway. So Jigbodi Prince Latele Lai Ajabiok Musa Kamara or Chikoko si Foster Imram Hassan Gantura ya baby and so I join here. My mama munyina happy chocolate day. Mr. Wa say undi chocolate ana wako pebi. O ma dofun to be ma. Chocolate munya ya akohwibra no modi esi ani eso no. Munyim firi mo ani so. All right, so Mickey Darren Jahaya Yaya Jafara Mickey Darling Samwahi Ajo Laboni coffee shop. All right, Francis Ajay is here. Nana Eduba ni Dakon. Lucy Agbokpa. Nana Odra. Jonathan Awute. I join here. Raymond Francois. We are grateful. Audu Muhammad. Taiwan. Thank you so much. Emmanuel Suzuki. Watching us from the sky. Bacha Haidara. Musa Bawa also joining here. Thank you. Ni Dakon is here. Edmond Coleman is here. Gifty Nate. Don Listowa Elton is here. Nana Dupa. Kumasi Funyina Yamamuaha. Eba Jumedie Kesi. So Janet Takwa. All right, Janet is Oti and Khan from Takwa. Kwame Banaman. Larry Mills or Paris ni Dakon also is watching us live. Nana Duba. Okay, so I've mentioned his name. Tutukpene Manche. And so I will tune in. So more joining on a YouTube page. Thank you so much. I'm also more joining here in the area. And you bedding come on and you be casa the reckless can ofuriata. You beddi and won't come. But what we are hearing is Legon campus, gaja pa. Still am I? Legon campus, gaja pa. All right, so I am say, yes, students know, the course of Commonwealth Hall, the decision, Penifono Ateki. Take decision. No, what happened was that a school for no Commonwealth Hall for no call. Your friend is say, call. Now, court. When they went to court, court amount a injunction because the idea is but so that one editor, this issue about issue and say almost all the ma ebefra.
When you about accommodation,
accommodation issues. It has nothing to do with whether I'm mix it.
And that issue is still there. But see an issue near new students now bano. I saw when you baby in that. And I'm racing to what I say only the more last week. Say instead of building more so no, almost see what's there's a mount.
You don't normally call court a grant to injunction.
Make the more the more last week.
No. And then the other seven are making. And then the other court, call court on your friend say a man member befrana.
That issue I can't say much about. That issue is still there. Commonwealth ne other way deal with.
That is, you don't know
yeah, because I mean, aware of that, but
okay,
but they've resisting that issue. So, Obabia and can't
no, but the information we have in the say, Omako court and Omanya injunction against the school say, Omo occupy a Commonwealth Hall no till say court no a bit decide whether a ma beba beka omo na say a mama beka omo.
Okay.
Then yes, school authorities need decide they say omo the illegal SWAT team because you know SWAT team is illegal.
Yeah.
And the engineer said the government is operating a security team that is illegal. Omo do omo kwa kogu
Legon campus.
Yeah, and almost omo makwai emma omo assess your friend is say Commonwealth omo horse.
And the pictures in the
that is the issue and the issue about. All right, so young question exactly what went on. Me pa cho say what to trotro mu taxi Uber Yango Boat more shops baby I will be ano wa bi mu ubetimi ama nkrofo atumi ahwe bi. All right, all right, okay, so him say that is the issue going on, and quickly no say recover. Thank you. Younger Bobby, Media Committee for Old Vandals Association. Yanni Kunkudia and Homo. Boko there. Nyamyadom Boko. Your sister is not a far Legon campus. And again, the course
campus. I'm saying, I was saying, because an answer my a year within context of the university.
That's fine.
Okay. In PDFC, and the University of Ghana, there were professor for any doctor for a Kukudama Omo, and now Oma constitute to the friend of University Council and University Management Committee. Stress Omo no penny for Omo da invest in Namo, Musha invest in Namo. I had them writing to me as Romansa, so Musha invest in us. Now, I see a trembling. And I finish around October. And I invested, it take a decision. The decision, and I say, your mother say, horse, your friend of Commonwealth Hall, any men's and tobacco. A 50 a few way a day call. Ma continuing students, and ma obium. Continuing students, near your one at a 300 or 200, and 300 and 400. No more be you on your macro. A year hostels na in Singapore for I no ne board being kakra. In fact, ne board being be a traditional house. Any bisa said, you ain't invest in no yes, I give. Now invest in each muse and Tokani ye and say classes kakra see your campus no so. I was Sabbath for on side. And nothing no mujina so they are taking that decision with. And I bisa say. Now, I am here assembly and why investigation. And once you go so away an investigation. Any a castle now who so away investigation. Any other who take their brony best friend of punitive measures. And then I will punish continuing students only now. Because I'm saying the course or campus. Now you can focus craving a poye. 80 other I will chew for thousands of students, which you normal. Invest in any more, yeah. And you can't say to me now invest in the war. So what the Pamu will be, and what the Beji will be. So what the Beji a home master be a few, and also the Beji senior to be a few. So to me, and yet private power, and yet Professor no answer this to me, a public power. Now, 10 piano. We are institution, I am of public power. Obi can say, Brofuni can say arbitrariness. To me, you super no quantia so at any open. Sabanasa would the patapasam and would the babu investing. I was saying a wood to Sapawano. I was saying the constitution also. I am consistent with the Broniva kind of principles of natural justice, administrative and procedural fairness. And you sure what am I working? Said the BSc. Now we are Shimu. Now we are Shimunua. And you're not dating our watching for Poisson. University is one theatre. And as you cool for Bimu, we are respectful law abiding. Only invest in a court. Any invested in it, any invested in Adrian. Idea of movie ever affecting. How now, hostels no movie school for any of my corner. Nip 1 year times 4 times 5 of the Omuchia our traditional hall.
I see.
Now, yes, I pay. Now, Obia, ni mami ni bino. When things here, for any fee now.
What happened?
Losing investing.
Yeah.
I have done court nutrition in Semuno. Court not granted the friend of interlocutory injunction. I trust university no enjoy your moyeno. Till said, court no nutrition in Semuno pepe no one taking a decision. And see, me in any address. Say, then you na university need behavior. Then you know more abuse or more administrative powers, no. Yeah, you must share about that development. Yeah, need court no any school for any drain no more or that university no any other way. Now, fitting last week, I bet this week. You know, say a school for any baby school be a school last month stone. Don't one lie stranded. A bit that one thing at the idea. And then I'm saying, I mean, what could be a just say over I think that some 1,000 students or so, a very high number, I am not sure, of students who are deferring their programs because of all sorts of problems, including accommodation issues. A school for empowered by court judgment, Nancy call her so much could be said, because you have to court to say, yeah, we any die. Na ma status quo anti no inyina ho e twese se na nya ma tie ansa na sanse mu nyina ba no inyina ho ya se ade na yente won kan ye kusu aya stranded afi de wo ya ne se emta ya fra police force wo mumra na afi de wo ya ne se a police force no brutalize students ah ti see amene wo kase yin ya pro school for ni bebre
really
na if I see the two records so say the invest in here no e unlawful. Yedi kan 2 million dia more no exercise in an arbitrary manner esuku for na nkashi omo anko konto pa omo anko school omo anko bubu dan and omo court and a court no decided say dia wo yeli dan e ku si say e da your contribution e interlocutory induction up to now till I university no I na adwin say aswon dinti won tie dia court no come na esukufo na ba ho so ba be tie ye kwaso so a mo afra political amoma brutalize students.
Okay, so that by na munya asa injunction no.
Me pato court no na last week. Injunction no was released last week. I think Friday, close of Thursday to Friday.
So which means school authorities know you are aware of the injunction.
We are very much aware because court no case between students school for no court versus the university. The university no has been represented in court all throughout till the decision last week.
So which means some judgment now school authorities no reps no.
Absolutely. Lawyers for the school authorities no more.
So they know. It's not like they don't know.
No, they cannot say they do not know. Their lawyers have responded. Court no ama ho kwan ama process na shafie January ton. Court no ma ho kwan ma invest lawyers no respond.
So mete mo legal processes that as you move me aside to for contempt, right?
In fact, what about some so? Many workers say there's already a process to cite the university for contempt. Make us say, me war no assurance you swore say about 8 officers of the university. No, there's a legal process citing them for contempt. I say umubeye 7. Ya cite some crowd that aka 8 first na ye deni bailiff ni document ba command.
Wow.
And see, ya take it that step no so. Ya cite university agents no more assign some reps no for contempt.
Now more figures as to the number of people prepare.
Yegusua gada. You mention say about 4 students here. You brutalize Omuri, you some picture of map at the map of police station. And Yegusua investigation, you share a lawyer form beboa. But you would say and toss it down inquiry and only you Yomodia school for na media trigger.
But Munya police station crow, whether it's Legon police station, whether Central, where
they know who because they just pick them up, they just pick them up and send them. They know who they become of your map.
So Ajagu, what is the next action?
The next action is that kind. I was said you bought the Roma Ghana phone in our Chiasie. Said the Ecosu was school for University of Ghana. Make up of Okaka, it was direct consequences on the national character of this country. Or my dear Wukumua University, no, and the standard, not society now cano, a follow. I am someone more to quite a moon said, Wukwa Brochure, America, and UK near the idea. One for more Harvard, no more Cambridge, no more Oxford in young road, they try to. We don't solve the problem there or many more. A year in fuel, a year in Kenya, a year, energy. Big problem there one. A year a doctor for any professor for any students, again, a billion to shame, the solution about.
Yeah.
Nagana, no, we share your problem. na ye twe mo a mo ye media men for aso amba so say I was say mo ye very invested na nwanwa say anka the area tight to say a school for the BCC no mako kontokwa ana no mako say nyema when the school for no conduct mo in a very excellent manner what do wo mra buy no o man ka so money wo beku ana o court nyame so a on tap on court so at your master matuli I say wo university ni bon a wo ye professor wo ye doctor wo ye learned person no wo na wo gumbra into what kind of money na sorry ekasatia that arbitrariness that abuse of the public administrative power the trust that the people of Ghana through the constitution have vested into the management of the university no it was saying na ekasatia omo na ye call omo to respect the laws of this country. What example are they setting for young people, for politicians, for everybody else in this country when university management and professors cannot be seen to be obeying the law and obeying it to the letter? If the next step, you have a Kosonia and Mrana Yazuma, you have a Bowu Magana Phone Nati, you have a Koso Akokot. Now, you're more, you gather evidence, you shred media mentor Mumra campus. Now, moment had your Koso, you're brutalizing for four. Then the university ignore a direct decision from the court. And how that is setting a very bad standard and a very bad precedent for the rest of the country. But of course, why the human one pepe, the back ada ye evidence. Near some court. Now the BISCA, the bayan to shemu you don't want to say a name ran near to man. The back court some court sign at the
Okay, all right. Ajagu Accra FM Citizen Show. Yada serie. Nyame ya duma brano de we be check him on ahwe updates kra yada se bebre. All right, so that's a live on Accra 100.5 live on Facebook. Abubakar Raji say more fire. Aisha Isa says Bobie, I'm watching you guys live from Amasaman Gono. Baba Laji says Bobie, I'm watching you guys from Kumasi. Accra FM, you are second to none. Thank you. Paul says Commander 1 the hard truth is here. Okay, so may God continue to bless you and protect you. Okay, all right, thank you. David Agbanyaga says, great morning from USA, Massachusetts. Okay, thank you. Go. Emmanuel says, Accra FM more fire. Then Felicity has sent a message because the government could have done better by putting up more buildings for both second and tertiary schools to avoid all this. Perfect. I didn't know. Yensi bi nka ho yenya no hwe but usi bi ka ho kra no a yenye no na ye issue no the issue ni say baabi a omwo no omsinya de ombefiri ho tete atempo baabi a omwo no ana omwo so that is the main issue but ye busa se so anyam bia no universities in Tokwa no esan se baabi omwo ni nti ana say what is the root cause? I mean, I think we should find a root cause. You know, here, I mean, the Canadian, some way. Okay, Bismarck Ama is here, Kingsley Tommy. And so I will say thank you so much, Kingsley Tommy, live on Accra 100.5. Now, ayana metaika sembi. Okoka, yes, ma enka. Okoka na MPP for noa buafu. MPP ni anodom prenwa kwa kasem no. Wa asemu adabia yeka. Debia ya bosso asem wey look let me tell you enkankane ya free Ashanti region no kwadwo ya bo aka bida liso waka bachanfo aka asem wey maka ya free Ashanti region. We have been saying this continuously. Oka na MPP ni gina wa na ne buafu oka MPP ni gina wa na tikwa apai ade no so omu nyina anim se eyesa na te and I don't pray I said it. Wa bosso. Okay, so another prayer can be biafa Ashanti region.
Oban way moon obi o win election bia some 2% marginal difference they determine winner.
Okay.
2%, maximum 3%. Those who are NDC will be NDC. The other can be NDC. Those who are MPP are MPP. Sure. There is a 3% difference. Me, my analysis. That 3%, it is Dr. Bobie who can attract that 3%. Again, NDC for almost strength for info. Their strength is in the northern region, Volta region, and the Zongos.
Sure.
It is Obiabe holding on with his support. Why in a arrow figure where a party to say Obitimia penetrating the Zongos? Who?
Are you leaving out the entirety of Ashanti region? NPP crosses 70% automatic.
Yes. Ashantis will always identify with the NPP.
No matter the candidate.
Oh, yes. No, if you said that is, no matter the candidate, go and check the popularity of Dr. Bawumia in Ashanti region.
The Ashantis will always side with NPP no matter the candidate who come on board.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
But I'm presenting an ideal candidate who can get the votes.
And that's Dr. Bawumia.
Yes. Means
after 8 years being a vice president.
You see, I heard people make all sorts of deductions.
Okay.
Sometimes we respect out of ignorance. Me no be a kassetia. You are YB.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boabiansa.
Former Adenta MP.
Yes.
Okay.
Na Yampia or Toto.
Yeah.
I just have an answer for him.
Okay.
A very simple one. I see Dr. Bawumia running down the economy. This is my answer to him. He should go and check the cabinet architecture for our government. It is Yura Alanche Martin is the chair of the Economic Management Committee of cabinet, yes. I'll say you on side. You can challenge me.
Because of the position as the then trade minister?
Yes. No, apart from that, also because of his experience. Okay. He is the Economic Management Committee of Cabinet before he resigned.
Wow.
It's YB. They say you struggle in parliament with numbers in terms of seats.
Yeah.
Uncle win a dental seat in Brain. He should go and win a dental seat and stop saying things he doesn't know.
I not don't pray. I can't want them no. Yadi won't come out. I will fiancé on several occasions. Now go can no mo buafu. I don't pray can asem no mu no kre. Or say Ashanti region and found nipa wode ne beba. MPP for de ne beba. Se nipa na bodamo. Se wa jimio. So what cromfo and Mate say your friends say calling Samankwane Alanche Martin supporters they say we did Asante for atem enti I not don press you apologize me your man talk am fa ho but you see asem no a eda ho no MPP for no anim you don't know I not don press kan ho asem no they know the Ashanti's psyche. Say MPP there what time obia de ne kwa me kwa Asante Mamponko ye video bi e kwan mu atwa for almost 1 year ye nya kwan no ana me ka chom say Asante Mampon omo ye omo adwene say aponche ade omo ka kire obia so wo de aponche wo de MPP atare e say aponche kra de ni begina wo beto ama aponche enti omo nya mponche wa Asante region. Because when you look at Obiti, so say Chairman Sabonsu, running a whole constituency for almost 30 years, very useless guy, very useless person. And I don't want to talk about the traditional name where the man no because you're not there, me enyamasem. But when you talk about politics, development, very useless guy. I say Chairman Sabonsu, very useless. Useless. We are but mint me for no end to 2 ade bi hun kamekan. Very useless. So the MPP for no they know. Omunim Ashanti's a psyche. They know, they understand it. Omunim pefe. So sometimes they present stupid people. But essence MPP into the Ashantis will Katie Amon, Jennifer Boache mentioned Bako Katie Amon, another stupid guy. Another foolish man. Katie Amon, another foolish man. Penny Obetum Kolafono, Obia na no de do obia atem. Look, just imagine John Mahama in power. Then you have a whole MP insulting Ghanaian youth. Now John Mahama say I appointed any panel. Just imagine. Yati Kroma. I know I'm catch that say. Those days, you know, Dr. Peter Tukodo, Fred Agbanya, Felix Nom, your friend say, Yero Kuja Tonum, and Omom Kika Omko Radio Swa, Omu di diatem, na, Mesa Siamo, a big deputy ministers. Almost, look, let me tell you. Sometimes some of the things in the world, or trust now analyze here. Unim Assembia, Oveka, Kufado, and Crawford said they are just stupid people. The very things they criticize people for, the very things I'm insulting Mahama on. Today, they are proud doing the same thing. And this Obi to say, your friend say, Katie Amon. How can you appoint Katie Amon as a minister after insulting Ghana Mabunu? And that is a Kufuado for you. He thinks on Unkwane Enipa. Now, you see, and yesterday I said this thing. When I was say a name person Nipa Esa. When monkeys wants to be like human beings. So at the end of the day, as a man that is what this man is talking about. Or say Ashanti region, they don't know, no matter the person Adenebeko. And that is the reality. They don't look at the person. So always, you know, MPP choose anything. No, I call presenting to Ashanti region. And that is why I'm a development in Ashanti region, you know. They choose anything. Bibia no matam no de ko. Because they know, say, oh, Asantini Obato. Thank God it's now changing. Some of us here, Kasa, ye dim komo. And we will change that narrative. We will change it. And the point is, I'm not on Praka Bibi, though I've heard Alan supporters, they say, all retracted, where did you Asante them fair? I mean, I don't have any problem. But the issue is, say, Nkoma Yedino, see, you know, free baby Falcon. And you know, MPP for Guinea. And some now here can almost say some Bobie and more can no crack. They know, but because they feel say a car yet to almost to Nintino, and I have a time for my woman, but they know say some here can no crack. Yes, sir. Difference behind him, and I think they are not done prayer. What can I say no? That when they choose a leader, they choose the person not because the person is competent. They choose the person because that is what Sanas and Fortier just choose anybody in the name of MPP. Because in reality, Akufo-Addo nyo obi anke ese eto ababa no e wo Ghana. Can you go say and Fortier be sure Akufo-Addo anim eto ababa no? I don't get it. Some of them who know mudim koma, they will tell you yes, Bobie, ni any problem no, but your party you no an dey animu ntia be na day. Now say you are too stupid. You are too stupid. Look at problem as say obe create am obi a Ghana. Now Akufo-Addo and his family, they have become a problem. They have become a serious problem to the country. They have become a serious problem to our development. They have become a serious threat to our peace and stability. They have become a threat. And I heard mame Auntie Sophia. So I reply, Gabi Wachib Dako. Ernest Taifa, Ernest, sorry, I'm sorry. But Ernest, this way a reality. A idea AC. Tia tamu bia ni adina kwa jina ho. What is the meaning of me asantini to me MPP? What there? Obia, yes, Oko region bia Obia as go to voter region. But hey, inti omo say wo dey pick obia keke ne fa ne ko. You don't have any problem. Inti say minim ekwaya ade esi here say Ashanti region should vote for Akufo-Addo. How? Why? For what? And we be good magazine nyina gu. Mini honest Taifa of Asante Bampo won masama meken. Agu, say magazine agu. The only work a Ashanti region Kumasi eya petache ba. The bia be fa bia benya ba. Enyuma ni nyina agu asi. Eno omode aya kasakasa shedem no mo kasakasa. Jennifer Boachi free offense so. Me papa free offense so. Sa na omote. Wo ko offense so hu development bia ho. O kan MPP asem a na omobu afu. O kan MPP asem a na omobu afu. Enipa no nya hwe. Akufo-Addo anya no ho tam. E di koche bi. Na me call mampo na me buso omo se ntimo no. Enipa no ya so obi e be bokro no akono se boa me na me nwia wo taxpayer iska wo tua no. Na nipa da ka cha se to abama me na me mra me wia na wo bose. Awia bo, awia you some discrepancies bi na se onye. Adene so ya ba wia ne yetu mefo. No, but as any more I want to ask you. Obisi to abama me na me mawia amfa nko me fie na me ne me nkrofo nkonko di. Me ne me ma ene mebusuafo nkonko di. Ampa no atimi aboa no se abewia me. And Akufo-Addo is stealing the country left, right, center. Kedoforiata is stealing the country like, I mean, there is no tomorrow. Omu wia o mine. And Madam Sophia, yangotie Auntie Sophia, a response to Gabi Ochidako no. Yangotie no, the response to Gabi Ochidako. And over here, and
he can decide on. He doesn't decide for me what I need to do and what I do not need to do. It's as simple as that. I don't have time for things like that. People like that are not important to me or to my life. It's a disturbance. That's all I've got to say about it. He can decide on. He doesn't decide for me what I need to do and what I do not need to do. It's as simple as that. I don't have time for things like that. People like that are not important to me or to my life. It's a disturbance. That's all I've got to say about it.
What do you say to the new directive from government, the new statement coming from government that there is an option, a voluntary option that you can sign on and get your monies paid?
But that whole program is now over, isn't it? Yes, and we chose not to sign on to it. Now, the way things are going, what I sense and what I smell is the creation of two categories of people or two classes of people. Those who have been exempted by the issuer, I think Doctor was very clear with the distinction. Yes, and then now they are calling those who refused to sign on to the debt exchange. They're calling them self-exempted. No, they simply refused to sign. They just simply want to stand by the original bond that they have with the government. And the word bond is not used as a
Sophia, in response to Gabi, that is okay. And Piaga on your Facebook page, I will never vote for NDC in my life. Piaga, Obianka said to Obama NDC. Nobody. Obianka said to Obama NDC. I mean, the point Nene say, young way, na young Obianka said to Obama NDC. What about Alberto and now there? That is not an issue. What you say? Now, my memory back to Auntie Sophia, the response. And it's good that only time for that thing, such things, you know, and adeɛ saa no. Oh, Gabi wa abusia omuni no MPP for now they know Gabi. Omuni no. Omuni Gabi pa na Akufo-Addo aba transfer president na di ato omo so wo party num. Nti Gabi na ye mafia work ni nyina udi ni ho agura obey o say anti so fire oniwa ban mu untimi nya ne hwe. Ena Gabi de wo ya obema tax about ofia anadwo. Ena Gabi de oya obema mo di two about ofia anadwo onkum obia. You see, at a point in time Gabi be say amafo betnya define amafo be face no street mu. Wan hwe ya amafo be face no street mu sa ankwase ade no a otewo akire headi no. Wan hwe one day obi be face no street mu pipe. That such things near Masano, cargo near Masano, you don't entertain it. Huh? Pin-brained. What you say? A stupid person. That is the meaning. Okay, stupid person, as you are the atom. That is what Ansah pin-brained. Anti-Sophia, you saw some pin-brained. Or no entertain pin-brained people. A stupid person. That is the meaning. Open the dictionary. Onya juma da. Another make us same way. My men can na. Some crop for my juma assume my 30 years, 35 years. And they are talking about their destiny. And you sit somewhere, you earn free money. Well, you might why can say we are sitting here Dankwa Institute. Well, na Kwabena say out on the car no one say a driver as I mate. One na want to be a Dankwa Institute and I was I employ. Wait. We are talking about a member. Yeah, me did 19 years that me free fee. Na me farm me krata I share me motor na me nam. I walk around. Say me per juma here. And your young could be a no. And when I know more people ne and I just a Johnny just come for me therefore no mokotokotono. Gabi we know you. And until so far odimu beginnings. When you came to Ghana, and before omunimu no omuhu. In this year company for omo bobra asem. Yeah, no, they have achieved something. And Obi decided to say what you're crom for. Into a do a minor. How can you go and take loans? You chop the loans. Now and see. One more day. That is future your friends pensioners no. Omono you won't touch it. Obi say. Obi 75 years. What can say 15 years time, 10 years time, 5 years time. Trust me. And then yatia. Ghana say we this 60 air copy. Obeda akatwa ni bia na owu otwam. Yan kwala akrato na bia tumi ka say na. Utumi so da ebi no wa dwere say this week won not da. So when you gusu no. Masa, what are you talking about? And there's an arcano. Now you're a company for someone. You earn free money. So you just wake up and you say anything, anyhow. Here, when my dear be a canoforiata. Canoforiata, I create what cheap or minor quetri. Now, okay, yoda. Among for Antiasia say, I don't watch your mind quickly. When we say Ghana first panel, now form pet your friend say savings. Yeah, savings. President go for time. About now I say they will bono a coso. Now man from pay savings that time. A man for an inch savings so. Now from the late Mills Mahama to Nanado time. and it be a ba. A man for so why not? Let's get ourselves involved in savings. After the akoba say ni be aba. Oh, obi kura timi di ni sika egu ni phone so. To avoid because now omo campaign no. Omo say oh, for sika esie na armed robbers physical cash attract armed robbers. Eye keno for that na abetwe on my way kwa akira am nkrofo ani ngi savings wo biu. Because I don't know why me sika ko to phone so me send bia ma obi ase metew me otis scan so no akodi wa wie scan no. Ene I think that check Star services. Amount for interest in na some your own research. Check for me. Ebema eye figure no. Amount for jai eye savings whether on phone banking. Now what years bond me pacho ene anti Sophia kasa asem no. Eni me pacho Kwame o ka se Ghana ni a ene wa hunu ade a ekoso ene no. Ghana ni a wa hu ade a ekoso ene no. Kwame wujiri se nipa no. O ka chanso onkoto bonda obeko. Just tell me. Uncle. But you see, it take time and send a man for any interest in some bond. Your friends say buying of government bonds and all that. It take time. What to me the just 2 months, 3 months. I pass our confidence in everywhere. You can say a Kufado MPP way treat or mine quite. Was it no? Mentiasia. Ontiasia say. And then, nipa, chame, bank crowd was so about say, or quack, ye, or name Crawford, Casa, Amen Crawford out to bond. So, oh, me was sika, as me invested. Now, some may invest it, I'm a cron for, Ababa Fadia. Me the baby because you are the appetizing. The beer salad, then the beer a year, Aquabica mpampe. The beer mpampe. I go pampa, pampe. So the go to the Biama Cron 4. Ababa Fako to a year Cayman Island. No, you're in a ma and a bush and Fako di. Cannot for real that damage your mind, no, what damage you. The confidence in savings, the confidence in buying a government bonds, it's gone. These are realities. What damage your mind, no? They don't want us to talk about it. What damage the country, no? The business sector. What destroy no? What say on mine no? Tell me. Onipa bia was so no na dwemu da wa bekwa akotọ bond. Eno na Dr. Preku ewo a friend say GTV. And you remember GTV for a credit no. Na na kria of bia fianko say bro, we are all using Susu box now. No banking. It's a fact. Don Fuseni is here. Amos Bukro. Jama Osman says, Assalamu alaikum, bro. Great job. We appreciate your efforts. Thank you. I'm honored. Jara Al Hassan is here. God bless you, Bobie. God bless you back. On your YouTube, just type a Kwabena Bobie Ansah on YouTube. You'll get me there. Agatha J is here. Bobie, please talk about important thing and leave Gabi. Margaret Toffa says, MPP. Okay, so let me move on. Yabuat in Ghana for to aba ama. Pay. Judy Benson so Foriata has managed to destroy Ghana's mid class. So, yes. Emra. And you got here.
The finance minister at post.
I've said this before. You know, politics, you have to be very sensitive. Public opinion. Sometimes it may well be that it's not even the truth, but that's the sentiments. And the sentiments that are expressed by the people should be examined and to the extent that is possible, acted upon. There's a great deal for 36 or more MPs in MPP to come out there and say that they don't want our finance minister, their own finance minister, that they have worked in the past, they have not had too many problems, but maybe come to a point that they believe a change will be better for the country. If I were the president, I will listen to that. Because it's not just the ministers, the MPs who are working with him. We move to the next step. The greater proportion of the people in Ghana also seem to believe that a change will be better for the nation. There have been demonstrations. In a democracy, we have to be sensitive to the sentiments of the people. You know, they are not always right, and the president must know more than all of us. But it comes to a point that lack of action tends to exacerbate the problems. So you cut it off, and they say you cut your losses. I would have cut my losses and say, yes, please, you've done enough. The environment is hostile to you. People may not even give their best because you are persistent in this position. So sometimes it's not that you are always right. You also have to be sensitive to the mood in the country, and that mood in the country would have changed and improved if those changes happen. The country, and that mood in the country would have changed and improved if that.
So Dr. Kredwa Preku on GTV, right? I don't know, but I'm a name because Kenoforiata Adane a year hatchet man. The president is using him to steal the country. Usika wajijie nyina emra ka kire osese ska no ya ajiji ye no afi atwa mu no emu wa mu chichemu num 5% pe na central bank ebetimi ayi edi amount kenofori ataji sika na abroso enu amuti eye lawyer Edugita Maklo. So that is the reality. Dr. Preku yedede. Okay, so let's check on a majority group no. You got to say the majority group no kai. The same person can oforiata. The same person can oforiata. You got to say the majority group no kai about Ken Oforiata. Obetia adia Orako John Pianu aka Kwame Pianu. When you UP traditionalists, I'm not talking about the NDC. I'm not talking about
we
CPP.
Have had
I'm not
occasions to defend allegations of conflicts of interest, lack of confidence, trust against the leadership of our finance ministry. The recent developments within our economy are of great concern to the greater majority of members of our caucus and our constituents. We have made our grave concern to the president through the parliamentary leadership and the leadership of the party without any positive response. We are by this medium communicating our strong desire that the President change the Minister of Finance and the Minister of State in the Finance Ministry without further delay in order to restore hope into the financial sector and reverse the downward trend in the growth of the economy.
The NPP MPs, numbering more than 80, say if the president refuses to act, none of his business will go through parliament.
Meanwhile, we want to serve notice, and notice is hereby served, that until such persons as aforementioned are made to resign or...
then again, the majority side ni wie no anso majority side for ni wie no anso and they appear could be their own MP And so the better so. Ebe ka ho asem. And the appear could be the audio. And the appear could be Bakai. Kwadjon Piani dia no all. Kwadjon Piani dia no all. So get me a Kwadjon Piani. A very experienced politician. Stalwart. What DMPP match yanko. Yeah.
We don't have the foreign exchange reserves to support it. The IMF negotiation is not going well.
You know this for a fact.
I know this for a fact. It's not going. What the IMF is waiting for is a bold, credible pronouncement from the president, as he did over the COVID. The president said, I take full responsibility, I'm in charge, and I'm going to make sure that Ghanaians are protected from the COVID. We need a president to own the crisis, to come out and say, there is nothing that I will not do to stabilize the economy of Ghana, to stop this pressure, the economic crisis that is looming, and that there are no sacred cows. All the flagship programs will be looked at and reviewed for efficiency. School, the free school one, the feeding, we are going to look at all that. And I myself, I'm going to set the example. It's expenditures that need to be cut. No spooking traders by planting GRA officers in their shops. If somebody were to say they are going to plant somebody in your living room, would you like that?
Is that a wrong policy? Is that a wrong policy?
It's wrong. Look, people are suffering. When people are suffering, that's not when you irritate them by starting things new. It's not going well, the negotiations. If the president, I know that. I mean, that's my business, to keep my ears open. I'm a Ghanaian. I'm interested in the economy moving in the right direction. We are friends in Washington. So what I'm saying is that it's not going well, but they are looking for the president to come up as he came out on COVID. A credible message. I'm going to make sure we cut expenditures to stabilize the economy.
Have you had the opportunity to tell him this?
Yes, I mean, I send messages, I talk to him. You see, and then you need a credible messenger. Ken Oforiatta is not a credible messenger. Somebody who didn't want to take in this route. How can you say he should lead it? First, I say that the hardships on Ghanaians is unprecedented.
Right.
So it should save Ghanaians additional misery by stepping down. The second part is that NPP has a reasonably good reputation as a good manager of the Ghanaian economy. And it's time that it stops so that the irreparable damage is not done to the reputation of NPP as good managers of the economy. That's the second one. And the third one is, if he doesn't go,
minister is not credible. Me ba cho yoda ona tebro fo bra be kire mu. Ye ka so obi nye credible a. Onya credible. We don't have a credible finance minister. Obi nye credible a kire so o ya za. O ya trofo. Only credibility. Just imagine say John Mahama and a war abemu na ne finance minister na ne own leading members in the party and all manner of descriptions use all manner of descriptions at the man a finance minister then John Mahama say no enipa way on one of and Kabati Christian Council Kabati National Peace Council Obati Otabel Obati Duncan Williams Obati just momobo press before you know obate omonka obate Pentecostal and CAC and obate omo nyina anka wo krom ha ye wasa nipa we wo ye ho ye da so hwe no owura kwampia ni maka and there are several other staffs e wo ho bebre okay empedifo bebre na akasae so the question will be able to say and Jennifer Boacho says some traditional leaders The here say Mahama akwasra womo. No mo di chini yes womo so excuse my language we abo no make kan kwase asma kire John Mahama. The drug Kufado so ane na kwase dem. Omo say o man no keke because omo free so omo nya omo sika. Omo timi ya eye white party. Two parties akese omo na wo sika they have the money. And the reason why omo abaye boss no say obekwa kodru level bi a upo umpo ese no omo na deal. So politicians from NDC MPP side omo nyina amofa Felicity wase mate ani asante antwinum. NDC MPP side omo nyina ko told to these people we have corrupt chiefs traditional leaders in this country. They are thieves, corrupt people. You was house of no, you were police for but ubedru bebu or politics no esa no mu dealing intino obia sro omo Ghana Bar Association another corrupt institution into ubedru level bi no esa no mu dealing esa so no mu dealing intino enti obia sro omo media men kaso mesi asem na na so mesi yen kanasem. Meanwhile the person is a criminal, he's a thief or black criminals to destroy the country, and that is what Ken Oforiatta is doing. And Obia Busasa, why? Also, well, you call IMF bar, and you pay in free war. They want to take all the money, and it's sad. Baby, Ayaba Bedrusa Ghana, when unemployment air rise it now is 13.6, and now no big catch them say I hit 17. You have poultry farmers omo adwuma egu. You have food and beverages egu. You have private schools egu. Enipa na mfa ho.
Public schools.
Also public schools.
Yes, public basic schools are also collapsing.
Really?
Oh yes, sir.
Okay, you bedi unkomo. Ebeba. And the same person Ken Oforiatta is sitting there. Sorry, ICGC. Knowing that we have somebody only credibility is a criminal. And will lead the whole country. And Oba Penny Eko said, look, baby, out there, Konenya. You have a small boy like Gabo Chidako. Very small boy. Or more brother we are say. Ye jame many Gabi see and fan film you no more brass young hustler. Onim baby or didn't be fakra. Onima the crop to survive. No baby did my menatem no co. Say Ghana for the bebusa. Say your taxpayers' money I dema your friend say a year Kufado akwanya na chebi hini no abedi di nkrofo atema bayfo ma no okọ na oka se Joma Mati akonya so ena Bolewura eba bedi di Ghana fo atem sa denti ena Ghana fo ebusa Joma Ma asema oka se nka de besi kroma nka yasem kuma. But a very young man at Chebi just decided to, insult us and walk away. Very young man. The dear attempt no occur. Because they feel so money or dear. What a taxi mu trotro who fear shop. Listen to me well. Benya FM or Cape Coast for my Timon Kamedamo say. Sounds so that my man fan and ma a yet dagban. FM, ewo tamale. Dagban FM for if share your share Jumadi was they pick us and I heard the response from Tamale. Mwah. Mate se mwa kati producer si emra Tamale. Eme rani show ho yebeba. Yebeba ho yewo to yebeko sunyane yebeko takrade. We'll be moving around. It's our job. We know how to do it. Nyamiama ye hwan hoden. And Ken Oforiatta issue no eji omanfo nsem. eju obi ansem mamenka asem emfanche o Lotus Gallery semen kanche Ghana for say Valentine no guso try number we kransa na mama boboso 0207705030 0207705030 Lotus Gallery a delay in a gift shop pacho say opese ochobi gift bia na say crowd there and how so be shop you just go to Instagram, they are there at Lotus Gallery oko omo website www.lotusgallery.com.gh, Twitter at Lotus Gallery GH, Facebook Lotus Gallery. So baby abefa you get them. Ono ma di nkomo oh me pese me kwache Dr. Parker dey way mon person say you give us specifications they o budget yes say o me budget yes say o mo abetumi ahwa ye bibi kama fe Lotus Gallery aba beboa ama yonkofa ayede sesia me no tuwe sa Valentine ma order bibi fe eya me de koma antibeki ka we do omo fa me anka jese pualugu sales me kabechiro ka we do omo fa me anka jese pualugu sales e order ko be jabe na say me won na do video bi na do massage ni better you know say why okay so Lotus men catch us and Valentine still omugo so ya juma 10% discount or the amount umpe we na pede Lotus Gallery number my catch 0207705030 get it why Go TV for so atemu den Go TV ejo mo change ye but manema on my opinion I know definitely Dr. Parker Rano obe hit on one or two things be na ya baba ye enam no ho adwuma doc akwaba
Commander Boham
doc
what's say nipa do na enim say ye fro Commander Boham
hey sir
ye sha se ache
oh doc hey na doc all see your squadron na me wo kojo tumbuafo
yeah
Nilante
that's right
Nilante
that's right
Otukono
enye easy
Alfred Agbenyo
that's right Fred
Agbenyo on say na batches
sarete here
na Felix enso ne James Ajenim Boate Kobi Fiagbe na Alhaji Bature come on squad no
sarete here na we refi Onua Hedgar
Garedu. Oh, you tell her, Yaboge we acho. Yaboge we acho.
Ora tipe chia o micheche fo nyina.
Enkola na ba no omu nimsuru no, omu nimso.
Tell her bro. Esi eguso. We will never give up.
So we be aboko there.
Oh, nyame adome ho ye.
Good. Now parliament say.
Oh, parliament. Em say ye ba ye bibia de din.
Yeah.
We say Ansah na ye beba 7th of February no.
Yeah.
Na amam for do one na omon pai ball ene e come on mo kire ne say yen NDC side in parliament no. Be ma be dija. Na omo dia pe bibia fa ana sempo no. De ekoso a e bon ho a obi esu no.
Yeah.
Na nka kata so. But say the omo pe no mo enya. Nti ya fa de bibia de di. Oh yes. Everything is under control.
Yeah.
Nti me no ka say I think that the on say MPP side.
Yeah.
Friday you call a business committee a meet na the business statement by to be presented. And then who say CI Electoral Commission a person or the down parliament I nim say sa CI no ade am person omudi be di juma enye say sa CI no say o kan the trust of it is that almost say almost to me say the be ya ombetime continuous registration na continuous registration no enye na ya semono but nyoma bata ho no eno ena ya sem
ebini de
for example almost say continuous registration. Almost beya, ne free. Almost district EC offices. I don't know your problem number 1. Mo beya ne free wa. Beya den na akwara na ono afide wedi infie say obetumi ato aba no. Oba mo office ho ebe register. Oba dey hu say ni polling station. Me person so ebia Doninga Market Square. And I say Bachonsa Primary.
No, but
so that one
but so can register a polling station number also.
No, so we a new registrant.
Yeah, but
don't know any polling station.
But you register your mount polling station.
These are the issues we are raising because BBI.
No, I just want to know.
Yeah, so there is nothing that shows that there will be a way of designating and assigning
the current
polling stations.
The current voting ID cry, you know, polling station numbers.
I was so.
And so we can register a new entrance when we can register.
So how do we know that it is going to be authentic? So unye bida. Jumpono baby a ukono enya u polling station. Ebimpo a unko hoda. But hono person to aba. Okay. And you know that is problem number 1. I can create confusion.
So kabo no mo person mo nyane say.
Oh sir, mo ya nyane say de ya na. Ko polling station ho. Na announce.
Okay.
Sir, we have open registration.
Okay.
Those who have not registered or those who have attained the voting age,
okay,
go to the polling station where you want to register to vote.
And the baby,
to go and register.
I get you.
That is 1. 2.
I get you.
Sir, Osha said the Oma design see and so now. Now, almost say there has to be one identification and obey you.
Okay.
I know your Ghana card.
The Ghana card.
Yes. It's in there.
Sir, obey you Ghana card.
No? Yes.
Now they are registered.
That is it.
And a voting ID card. And that you know
only Ghana card. I don't know. Enya dia ye beti ase because we know say nipa no do na any Ghana card. And a yen NDC yenim say there have been deliberate
but honorable. Saturday we na me pani bi di hu komo Sunday no. Saturday na mo ka say nipa do na any Ghana card menti ase. So mo encourage mo crowd for no mo register.
Na nya so mo nko o ma ko register ye nim so mo register so cast no ema. There is a deliberate attempt.
So which means enya mo crowd for.
But by and large, you know, so many your strongholds. And I mean, okay, say even Honorable Dela Soa, will be a question, on the Ghana card issue, to the Minister for Communication and Digitalization. But say later on, you will say that is not her area, because it's under the Ministry of or they say Interior. But she made the point, say. She has people in her constituency who have registered for the Ghana card. Meanwhile, NIA officer, a one in Peswasono, for the past 6 months, Enye Juma. For the past 6 months, Enye Juma, they have not been working. And we know people who have registered for the Ghana card going to 2 years. Our Monsa Enyan Ghana card. So how then do you make that one the only identification for registration, given all the other challenges that we know? Now Ghana card ye kan say him say foreigners kura enyebi. Ye say ebi kura wo tutu.
No, but then it will be a foreigner because per our constitution the moment ye be obi yemfa ne say obi ye Burkinabe and also or ye Malian. Say o ma me no papa e wo hana so wo no a per ye lost or ye Ghana.
Now say na Chinese for no so I na Ghana for. Say him so movie.
But yeah, what Chinese knew how on your Ghana?
Now Chinese for you pictures are Ghana card or your one.
Okay.
What we are saying is that even granted, why are you saying that exclusively Ghana card should be the source of identity? And they see our also no. What must say the Electoral Commission.
Yeah.
The Electoral Commission.
Yeah.
Can decide to compile a register at the appropriate time.
Not just the yes, they can change it
at the appropriate time. And then so we can't trust them. Once they see passes, no, you will see that they would ask for a compilation of a new voters register using only the Ghana card. That was why your side, your car said we will not allow for that CI to be late because the parliament is here. 21 days have been.
Into a month
late. So we rejected the business statement. You can say that was when Afenyo marking a withdrawal. But the important point to make is that.
But I want to say about they have one your friends
not at that material moment.
Okay.
On that Friday, at that material moment, no. So that also
so which means
no, but we know what to do because first of all, no, we did not even admit leadership on the business committee, no, decided that this issue is controversial.
Yeah.
And ebio ebaye made the home come on. Speaker my directive say electoral commissioner no should engage with parliament and parliamentary leadership.
Okay.
Wanyaye.
Okay.
Conditions are your to iron out some of these. They have not. And yet they try to smuggle it in. And that is, I am emphasizing the attempt to smuggle it in to show and let Ghanaians understand the type of people we are dealing with. Yako meeting. Say this is going to be the business for the ensuing week.
Yeah.
And obi akọ ni baby.
Yeah.
It is Friday no mode business statement ne buy no. Ade a ye afam yenu ni nyina ye gitu mu say ye mfa nka ho no. Na mo ma sa fa ye chi. Ma fa 2,000. Ene Kwame Kwaja ene bo anomo nyina echi. Na mo de ababiom. Which means that if we are not vigilant, ene who say a woman, the CI would have been late contrary to the agreement that CI should not be in the business statement. So what does that tell you?
But at this point, omu decided somebody omu ba hwepo omu crofo nyina back to parliament. When they know say omu one per say than momo say 137 138. Right?
And I say we will know what to do. We will know what to do. Yeah?
And I'm not sure.
Eh some be brain na wo ho MP before na nkasa no. Parliament no the only way they will succeed in things like this is if we do not advocate and do a secret ballot. I can tell you. Secret ballot, they will lose.
I see.
I tell you the truth. They will lose because many of their own members know they are disgruntled. They are questioning your time. They don't like it, but only why and they say former Chief Justice. So we say they are that is what is happening.
That's what the response.
Oh, many ajima no brutal. Oh, me penasempa. She has spoken as a stateswoman. She has spoken as a stateswoman. So they odi kan no. No mo ka say we. So would it be atwa so? I say Gabi is not important. Gabi cannot tell her what to do, what not to do. Or a disturbance. Brofo pa na waka no. Not doing about mami no to brofo ankasa. This is a trained lawyer. Wabeye Chief Justice. Wano wanfa kuntuna sina konya ne law degree o. Ala se certificate o.
O patches.
Na se nyina ni nyina okrum ha. Ebi enim ebi omo call law school so some lawyers. Ebi nso yenim their course wo Ghana Law School. Ansah na omo go through. You don't mess with that woman.
And I don't Supreme Court judge be to where you didn't come out and say, Kwabena, Gabi.
And also a disturbance. Because Aden, Eban is saying, you know, I'm saying I'm being. I'm up on a do musica.
Yeah.
And I'm investing in government bonds. When a man to a man in Sika Semi. Marco de Busia, you need the money. She can do one and with the catastrophe prime dream the cancan. They won't pen a mode. Young Gotti, I must say Russia and Ukraine. I don't see any saying to me, after they who said, or they say, COVID, no.
Yeah.
What them say, Menu the cancan, make catch or say, COVID has actually profited this government. Okay.
I
have said this so many times.
Okay, say the assembly.
That is it.
Yeah.
I told you so many times. Someone who audited General's report.
Yes.
You can see the content.
Manya.
How do people at the Ministry of Information pay themselves a risk allowance?
Okay,
what risk? Abra nurse for and a doctor for who were in the middle of the theater. Many of them never got any allowance or insurance. How do you pay 800,000 Ghana cedis? Or say for information dissemination? What did we hear about the COVID? Now COVID, now COVID. What me and Yahusika, EDB, Eddie Akoto was said, Udi be a bank. What has that got to do with COVID? Was what to be Eddie Aye Frishna School? What to be the Tria or the say NAPCO? What has that got to do with COVID?
Just an open avenue.
They just look for avenues to share the COVID resources. Receipts. Free water, free electricity, receipts. So you couldn't provide receipts to the auditors to justify those expenditures. Bobie, COVID emamo 10 billion Ghana cedis. Anka enimunsem. Eno nyina echi.
Yeah.
Mo the taxes ene bae. Ye tuya. Bola tax, COVID relief levy, and an asifo. And you know, it is very clear. Ni nyina ntena ma amene bufu ye no.
Yeah.
Oh, that is why she was asking. So, it is wicked. And I'll say it is wicked. It is insensitive. You cannot sacrifice the aged to solve a problem that you have caused. Or say, where is the accountability? All the loans you have taken, all the money, where is the accountability?
So even within the MPP,
of course, but you can see from the way the woman was speaking. Now, why would you raise the issue of accountability?
Meanwhile, my man is not a COVID fund.
Maybe,
okay.
And you know, I say, where's the accountability? I don't say, you cannot make us the last resort because you have not proven or demonstrated to us. And where is the accountability? It is essentially what the woman is saying is that all that they are saying and trying to use that as a cover to get them to sign on into this self-exemption. No? NCCNE, there is no justification because you have not demonstrated that we are the last resort. You have tried everything else, including cutting down on government expenditure and even the budget for this year. But how do you tell me that I should sacrifice when you are not sacrificing? You are keeping multiplicity of ministers and CEOs. You are paying a CEO for cater pot and the staff.
Yeah, it does not exist.
How? And then you want pensioners who have worked for this nation their whole lives. Sometimes I wonder what is in the heart of Mr. President Akufo-Addo and Konoforiata. Unim say Akufo-Addo any age miss. No matter how hard-hearted you are, you have no sympathy for your age mates. Or no, and yes, Nyame na ayana adomo ye president. Nkodimbi. Nipa timia ye juma their whole lives. Esevu. You have squandered resources. Huge resources. Oil resources, money as in revenue, even at the time of COVID, no, the year 2020 COVID by, you had 45 billion revenue. Cover some peso. Musaji Busiaka. You have taken our debt stock from 122 billion to over 570 billion. Being conservative. We are not even talking about the year in question. We are talking about last year. I know your debt to GDP ratio is close to 93% officially, close to 94% officially. Which means that, given what we know, a brook do 100. Because we know that most of the public institutions, many of them in this country, have been compromised.
Yeah. Actual figures.
You don't get it. So let me say, anytime a public institution under Akufo-Addo Bawumia gives you a figure, multiply it, and I say add 10% to it.
You never the actual figure.
That is it. So when you say Brunino, Professor Hanky. Now so I say Ghana inflation in almost 86 to 87%.
Yeah.
So Ghana statistical service say 54%.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
You don't go massage no.
Bank of Ghana sounds so printing come and say chim. That can say 22 billion. Say and almost 50 billion. And a Bank of Ghana printing amamo.
But among my colleagues, so what are they telling you guys? What is wrong with Ken Ofori-Atta still imposed? What are they? Because I know it was a who of friends.
When you say me ankasa no, you got me issues with Ken Ofori-Atta.
Yeah.
Sa nkrata de do ya me de bayi. I can tell you say ni na do na. It boils down to Ofori-Atta.
The same person.
Oh yes. Do you know that Ken Ofori-Atta has been the only minister that I know of since the inception of the Fourth Republic who has been most disrespectful to Parliament? Really? Questions on Opanoba. He has the most backlog of questions. Public Accounts Committee I may call joining here since 2017. Ken Ofori-Atta has never appeared before the committee himself.
Really?
Since 2017 when I became a member of the Public
any option be able to pull him?
Well, me dey penny for me catch almost say we dey say dey here no ya jijino so too much. Ya na wasene deputy. No wasene deputy.
But more option between
the
pulling.
To be my catch leadership of the Public Accounts Committee that next time he should be compelled. So one manners or sene the deputies now send them away.
But more the powers to.
Yes, we can decide not to listen to a deputy minister. We can insist that the minister himself must appear. And I think it's about time we also start activating the powers that the people have given us. This
is serious.
How? And you know, Bobie me maka say Ken Ofori-Atta would not be sacked by Akufo-Addo. Because the Akosi nyina me dey say me come back say me dom NDC.
Yeah.
But they all come back so the omunimu dada.
Yeah.
Na de kwampi nim kan ya oboye ye
edim
de Kennedy aka atro na
edim
the rebel 88 now 98 aka na
it dey inside.
So it is obvious that nothing is going to cause the president to change his mind. Because already the entire say wobeja Ken Ohona obi entosumu budget na obi ntumi present yana abra e ba ya na Ken Ofori-Atta ntiapo a okwa abroche se okoje ayarehwe no didn't chairman say bonsu present the budget.
Yeah mekai ampa.
So what was the big deal about Ken presenting the budget or presenting budget ni didn't we pass appropriations bill? IMF okay. Papa way and the kaye fatwa. He laid a fatwa.
So not there.
Huh? He drew his spear. Never. We will never go to the IMF.
Accra FM.
Nipa na so on IMF no. Nipa na ono na ahwe so ama katahyehe. Busia bo. Any mismanagement akoso a ene Ghana yaya junk country by every rating agency. Onu na osi onu na ade a waseno no onko ye niye na go beg me aya. Should we be where we are? I don't understand the logic of the president. I don't.
No, but maybe your person say enyo ne Ken Ofori-Atta na say no enyo mo.
So what one I say o mine no
enye nipa ba ko pe ya wa bre ya Adwomahama.
Oh. Na me boss here we fa no ben.
Says na nipa no ade bia want me bia Adwomahama.
Tell me
ade a omuntimi enya Adwomahama. Even is it a Mary power or car power? Yeah, so many Kokumasi kura omuntimi kura Adwomahama. So I call you burial kwa mu to kwa na akopem na ba.
Na say Bobie na Valentine's Day o. My wife. Hey, Madam Tilly, I wish you a happy Valentine's Day.
Sure.
Na Valentine's Day na me corner say me name Madam ye 1212 na say you could also say onji saluta. Na me say your mama. Oh, John is so bre. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. Your mama.
But you see, Ghanaians are now wide awake. And that is why the voices that are now speaking, no.
Yeah.
It's from inside. Several is in the car and ask them. Or that man to Ojino.
Ojino.
It is a good to say, oh, ye can for it Emma be ma. And somebody then could be beer. Jebekasa. And that is the truth. This country is where it is because of corruption.
But bondholders issue no my parliament more any day.
Sir, the Minister for Finance has been summoned.
Okay.
To come.
Okay.
Into Obeba. Where within the week.
Okay.
He is scheduled to come to Parliament.
All right.
And you may be standing some.
Okay.
You may take your Obeka. But the point I'm trying to make is that in Shana almost share individual bondholders no. Abra President Namu share bo. Say they will be exempted no. Musio. Bobie musio kese pa. Look, Akufo-Addo will be remembered not for preaching high school. I am not a prophet. He will be remembered for crashing Ghana's economy, giving unpleasant haircuts to retirees, his age mates, causing them to picket every day for a week and crying. This is going to be Akufo-Addo's legacy. But we see that. Maybe 52.
Would Edu say you people knew all these about Ken Ofori-Atta and his disrespectful nature, but you still decided to pass him through for a second term?
What will say the parliament, Tiano? Sometimes me am here MP. Emrano, bidi ebihu yaw.
Okay.
Because it's the president who nominates. And Upa Wumpo the choice.
Mm-hmm.
You can raise all the issues which we did. But say Base to Abana, as you have said, he will get through. And Guyana on one microphone who said baby or Mokono. Their own political future is endangered now. Mijidi said the dynamics would have been different. But at the time, they were all bundled up together. So any attempt to have blocked him would have been futile. In Kenya possible. And even so, Yejitum. So you know, some of us publicly lamented about some things that went on. A lot of things happened that I wasn't happy about.
I know.
But the collective. And Yejitum said perhaps, we could have also done things differently. That one we admit. Mijidi said we have said that on many occasions. But that doesn't mean that we should give up. It doesn't mean that now that we know what we know, Yamanenka. So we are still allowed to make references.
Aluta continua.
I charge. Because what more do we have to lose?
All right. Education. Live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Francis Birch says, Kwabena, they have decided to push Sophia Akufo out there for their dirty job. It seems you guys don't know the Chimney Mafias. Now, whatever it is, nobody cares. At the end of the day, at least somebody is speaking. That is the point. Now, happy birthday to you, Deborah. From Boloku, Kwabena Jesse to you, and Auntie Deborah, Mama Efia Deborah, baby, I will be no happy birthday to you of a KSO airport, and a Kaswa Old Barrier, Munina Yadamoasepa, say Moti and Ka and Ewie. Okay, so your opinion, quick one. I mean, use small time, but I mean, from your phone lines, your opinion segment, no, me didn't come up your main issues to discuss about your educational system, the corruption in our educational system, and matters arising, your school feeding issues, buffer stock issues, free SHS, BEC results coming. So, and we have a whole lot of meat to chew. Placement, so 0302208090. Yenkodin Komo, your opinion. What do you say? Hello?
Hello, Bobie.
Your friends, you're free.
We did the best day I can be.
Okay, Pacho Yanko.
Bobie on MBB. The best see what Ghana Hanum na 2023. A being said that. I dare be so man be so no. Oh, me the minko abeka so also.
Jaisa. Hold on. Pacho, Timmy. Ka adekra how? We are not here to incite the public. Ka adekra how?
Bobie, me see ka 40,000 ko demu. Ma to there's a 40,000. Ejuma be nemi loto nemi true. Neta moason 2023 se bia ni kwa koji mi sika no atre mi se nia mi mankasi mananta ko bank ko ka cho mu seme mi sika die tema mi disika nba be 200 mo no manko mampeni bia ho manko e fen say minister bia ho enti mi sika no tamu no su a
bank be
bank no so mi bo abe e dia sembe ba Nimbo bag you this year and show. The family prepare the sea to come me pen me pesca that to me to that. Come no son me do on to me by the Jimmysica. Macate mammy. Come no Susan got with Jimmysica. Now what time to say ya, Nipa 20, Mukuma, Nemi de Munquata, and one period. And to the trial, we won't be your Ghana. Did I see?
Pacha, your friends are free.
A friend George, a friend free la.
Okay, George, Yanko.
And Percy, I want us to remember the history of Joseph Foriata and Nanado's father when they were president. I want that repetition of that record. In Percy, me who then see at that time compared to now. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So, you go find another caller on the line. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Pacha, first of free.
If I'm from Achimota.
Achimota for me and Koi.
Commander, only me.
Catch any.
The island say Ghana on the Bia, Kasa about Ghana issue. Ghana sim de Bia, Mukambeka. I'm afford recommendations about Bobie Bia. But this is only the see. Ghana for you step on the street. Ubia Jana Juma say 1 week. Yeah, demonstration. Ghana hand the Bia district office the Bia the petition beko. Yeni awa crowd and yeah, ma chako can for the fee. Nyako Bizan say Adentia and a quaunko. I didn't want to resign. Dear pan a woman if you want to resign, I was on person resigning. Bobie.
I did
Ghana 7 years can just you politics a film. Ghana for Yanni and watch there. Yana none near of an UNESCO Jimby. It's Yen and I call Nako Bisagan for that as I can. I didn't know mine why I didn't as a call for zone call. A dear pan or my Kuntia or fast one person be useful. And one will be a watch or query am I. Mate,
yeah, that's Mobati and Ka. Ansah says, good afternoon, Bobie. Thank you for the good work you are doing for Mother Ghana. And happy birthday to my little girl, Mariam. She is 9 years today. May the good Lord bless her, give her long life and prosperity. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello.
Pacho, your first everything.
Dinah, Madina.
Oh, Auntie Dinah.
Yes.
Assembly, I
critical.
Yeah, critical. Assembly, no doubt. Young
go. More can be better. Who, Tessie, percent I dem.
Yeah. Oh. Auntie Dinah pa there. Luzuna na ya me ya. Oh. Hello.
Commander.
Yes, sir.
But so what to say?
Boko.
No busa semen so me what to say so what to say.
Pacho also want to say.
Nyame de waye na from there. Aka woni na nakufado de amba ya boa me.
Pacho yo. Pacho first of free.
Pacho wa woni aba ko pe no kure asan me ka Africa so aba bia MP no tutu no container na etu abuba no gu mu na ho pe na me gina.
Pacho yem kwai.
Mame nchia woni wadwuma ifu na. Commander, ye better ya mame Sofia Kufu ase. Sɛ wɔn ankasa apie abɛka nea ɛkɔ so. Na me mafutuo ne m'asɛm a mɛka ne sɛ momma yɛmfa maame n'asɛm no nyɛ asɛm. Na yɛmmua na yɛntumi nto MPP amanyɔko mfiri dwa so 2024. Wei ama yɛhu sɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ ebi a yareɛ bi ana ama Ghana yɛn ho akyere yɛn na mmom ɛyɛ ntotoyɛ bɔne ana ama ene Ghana ye ho akyere yei mesusu sanso no ekowie akuafoɔ so ekowie me maame no me ba papa no ma ɔmaje adwuma over 40 years abre o mojani adum sika kɔto kura sika kura bia na ban we so wo fa no hu so wonni tumi so ɔbɛkɔ akɔgye sika na nakufo ado ani ne nuanom adi akakambin ɛfa ye sika ne yɛmfa so adia momie ni adwumaden ne yetu MPP aban firi so na kufo no ne keta sa na nakufo do ne na busua ɛbɔ man Ghana no yetimi anyi ɛfɛm man Ghana bitia maame Electoral kugu odo me Kwabena obi nto aso
me dan say Electrim baby a obi ano meso me chia yen ko fa another caller on the line. Hello.
Commander.
Yes sir.
Commander uni aketua iko ni asamenkese.
Asamenkese for mom yen kwai.
Yo commander nyankupo shirawo na we anu we chia onabo awoni ni yentigo ya anu we chia na mame.
Pache.
Anything they are making in kasa na ni hopa etitiru education side no. It means so when dear papa and nyankupo shirano. And nyankupo ansa money when dear more. There commander we share and there and some mobile so and some honorable car far away. Easy force and some more would have been more parliament. Me bought minority for me, bo abaso, and honorable on most of the bon abaso. Say, almost to me, I'll who side dear way, I'm almost in our growth parliament in your bo abaso. This is the kind of penny for your parliament. Say, almost the idea be, but I dare not ever quit yenti mamma for yenti mean say, and I say, any and the members for my be say, yeah, bo abaso. Omundina pampesa ne can be omudi adie bi ebe ha yenti mamufo no omundina hono no munti pampin no munti defense ensi sade no because yenti na hono mu na unfa adie bi animu hono ma odi beba be tietie yen unfa hu de wa no because I will say embi say Ghana card na wo pesa wo de be requirement no yembi say how many people say wo Ghana hanu mo nyom Ghana card. Up to now, Commander, when you say, my point of view, I Ghana card. Up to now, you do work on that, but still now, Nipakuna, the Ghana card in Empire. And to say, when you say, a corporate says, the Pacono, or corporate voters, or better than why you voters ID card, and bring the Pacono, so what's to say, so to about my Ghana. And you say, easy for a dear me on the bed bar, and the Kodanda, or you never the Batima before, so now it's from. MPs for a dear way am I ever from my boss who sends this up and pills and Musia no quite no more for the new for new Jumo animal.
All right, my father last two callers, Namdia baby. Hello.
Hello, Bobie.
Yes, I'm Patrick Frost of free.
Oh, Commander, only answer me. Commander, so what to me?
Nyamia Dum Patrick also.
Oh, and go buy enough from there. I can't family and flare Mambuya and another dog for the captain or down or may almost from here.
Okay,
all right, yeah. I'm a fact when you're tsunami board of Sacramento Parker, Maso. Papa. Maybe a chairman, you are seeing that you'll be a chance from Connect Agency. Bobie, so the agenda, just another dunk of Cooper only means that this is 1% we Ghana for. That's 2020 Nipa 8. More than 12 young countries, the case so most of no one that says Sagana Kadi by our more branch executive, no more conscious executive who can say, yeah, the best one, the best one, and pass who said your best one,
Madam minority for no to leaders na your minimum so make my groupa they will lay kura o munle na ya Bobie pese me bisa guy because say me sin to na manager na say any brew of an blacky president na so to me kasa ba haza no pe woman we be chief justice training ejo akugwa do be china hand ore papa company for mo kokoto ya pekete no ati dudu do say na akugwa do chomo ba na Ghana for na akugwa ma akugwa do be president and yes I would use Spanish capital China or François na udi Spanish kadi ti say ye wo kuro mu akwaje bosi a obedi ye Kwabena sisi ka udi ye say udi wa di Ghana kan na wotimi nye papa say dia kan say ye papa m so ma ba be sum Ghana bo blo mo pension pay na obedi woman na me that so ma ka God that teacher because God why won say bibia am la won de be sum bibia am la won de be sum who dare you who born dog thank I will be katata who say woman ni cheri smooth that level something for be say your Ghana say mo so no mo kasa any asop for pay you say o ma tin o ma ku kwado te mine or say no because that year me bisa say Bobie he said the mama party 4 years ebe ye Ghana no da osumo Ghana no the say na ku kwado ya money 6 years or the say Ghana do we difference no nti da bia wo hu secondary school ahodo na ku do mama esi hospital ahodo na oti say infrastructure ahodo do mama bless na minya Bobie ye ja wiane na pa school ko no
me da say all right my man go for another last call and I'm in you. Hello
Bobie.
Yes, I'm Patrick from free.
Your friend school fees, my friend Madina.
School fees, Patrick uncle.
Yes. Bobie, last me wanna a friend say, for sending me message say, oh, she say there, Usikano crowd, bet me again. Oh, say, more limit, I'll bet me the Usikano at 2 phones. So, because when we at you, I'm going to say, crowd, 10,000. Send a only the 2 prep. Take a microphone, you soon. Na time kwa iko jisi ka o ye kenke party na ye nananum ati wa mombi they say kaba nso mbetia nyamincha Ghana bye bye
ono so aka sem o do dokro one free pensioners where did dokro no na ntinam na wie na se kaba o se brada o braba betua eh wo di dokro so a enam se gabi mfrumu a we so te eye Italia ni we so one free pensioners bia anyway would energy on Facebook says I really follow Dr. Apak in the parliament and he's one of the few I trust and he always behaves like a true rep for his people. Keep it up, say. Janet Chumesi says, Bobie, you will live long. May God bless you for speaking the truth. God bless you back. Abu Dewe says, Commander, good afternoon. God bless you. God bless you back. Abu Dewe. A man for Bebra are sending me messages about this Ghana card issue. Say, Oma, your Monsanka, Omo dear. Maybe producer, we also say. And Erica V says, Bobie, I'm just wondering how we arrived here. There is trouble looming ahead of us, and it's a great deal. We need to check it. Francis Berchi says they have decided to push Sophia Akufo. Okay, so let me leave this one. I think I've touched on it. Sachisen says with the passage of Oforiatta, I put blame on Sie Dunketia. He came out after his approval to say that it is for the loss of MPP. Now look at the mess. All right, I am raising issues about it anyway. Commander, I've been wondering, okay, so let me move one step. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for the good work. All right, so let me move another step. Mofake is here. I'll go. Commander, good afternoon. Mofake, Majesty David Paul Mausi, the only bombardier opening. Okay, so thank you. Janet Chumel says, Mama will surely come to power. That's it. Then the last tester says, Bobie, you are doing your best. Keep it up. All right. And then there is another message here from Badasu. I say, imagine if Akufo-Addo is not a president. Or not the president, but one of the pensioners picketing. He would have led the picketing and asked Ghanaians to overthrow the government. And that is his style. Yes. The same person that got to PCFM said unemployment amount for Tinsi Krum. No money basa basa. Now, one says the existing voter ID has polling station code, not polling station name. Oh, okay. Okay. The existing voter ID has polling station code, not polling station name. So one will be moving from one center to another looking for his or her center to vote on voting day, frustrating voters not to vote. Okay. I've had no problem.
Some of the complications.
I've had no problem. So, code no also, but polling center in so.
Where they?
And you know nam sa.
So we can register our EC office.
It will be me a course or stronghold.
Very well, but at the same time, no, it can be used as an advantage.
Yes.
In the opponent stronghold.
Yes.
They can channel them to specific places
so,
to go and vote. So
they pass them.
I'm glad that Ghanaians have seen what we are seeing.
Say, oh, by 4, Yapon.
Sanity.
Near just almost train a boss.
Oh. Wait, one. You say come to train in this CI, the way it is crafted. I'm on focus here, bro.
Yeah, but all right. My boss is here. My bar. Yeah, Baba be din komo. The education front. Yanko.
Ejamumi enkana de dewo baby ade na de sei ama enti brodo amato ato wo se wo kina na pamedi betwati akọ adwuma no ena ehye wono a wo mukomko no se a wo kanfo no mira na me de mia ade ye de me de me se me kama no ahwe ene se me di brodo yi etu ase yi o emom de emom bisa mia me tika mu a ye pai bread king me to baako me di wie ekura ansa na meje baako de abafie brodo ni din e de bread king na wo sanso woni nua ye frɛ no royal taste bread enya sam kitu o na say bread king and the royal taste eye jumeko baako bread king company limited and yes brodo mienu nyina no mo de esam papa ene nuane nura babuo mani padua na nya ahode and yes brodo ahodo mienu yo enti wodi a wo ahotoso se wo di brodo papa ankasa enu ti wadi a wo se di nemomo ahame mira we de se anya say de eno ane se yempe bread king for echi akwan na yempe brodo ibi ntongo na se ne asifa ye de no me bisa wo so wo Kasua New Market bodua se kwantempo ne so ADB Bank in Chen Hope, one is Stanbic Bank, any deal or number near 0551 788 787 and after 0500 078 368. Missy Bread King dear and Royal Taste Bread dear. Say peme.
Asempebia ba. Upesika akostati ejumabi. Ohia bosia atre udwadie mu. Oye government and a private worker onye sika de ate hot bi so. Oye busumi edwuma onye scan tempa bi so. Eni na quick credit be ma obosia mo atwa ne kakra. Eye collateral free loan na susu savings account opening deposit BRNim de hia ne se oye Ghana ni na wo Ghana card. Se wanye edwuma afi we mu de kodia na wo na wo pe o excuse BRNim for quick credit it was 0302 200 390 and na 0596 920-833. Number for Biara Frewa and quick credit. Shannon so say quick credit and malone our internet so. Into Shanna Obiara and Dadao. Bank of Ghana, I'm Momu Jadi Hunkwine. Na Kaise and she shared down.
Quick credit. Lending made simple.
Give us pay capsules. A memory. Manum Bia Benamua. Can in the two and I mean Kumabua. Say the true SL company. Give us pay capsules. Give it to me, baby. Give us core capsules as well. A man memena Coco Yadie. Yadia, a mamma yam Timotete woman. Yedruno. Manum be a mamma demme home. Give us core capsules. Mrs. Simoye thing. Give us core capsules. I give it to you, baby. You give it to me. Yeah. Hey, give us no. A man need your babusiamu papa. Na bema can give us pea capsules. And they give us core capsules bomunum dia. Na any genia modeno. Wabrudo. Give us pea capsules. And men what if you do what you do one effort. Give us core capsules. A pay for a batter one more menu for one and quadawin if you do me nunca home. I will draw to be a motophone call. Give us Herbal Center, Teshi Mobile, and a Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and then 050 68
MD Ashusha Sa Ejedi and Kratoimu Adia to Muse Eye.
Oh, with Nana Bobie Ansah on the Citizen Show. Stay with Nana Bobie Ansah, all the politics you can know. On Accra FM 100.5. Tune to the Citizen Show with Nana Bobie Ansah. Yeah.
Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Berema be meti gara furuku be punti mpunasi sokode. No wakanchira katabin say you what you mkensen. Kwabena keja guma mni yanko.
All right, live on Accra 100.5 yenina ya share bio. Madam Bia send me a message be. Or say, Bobie, now we all should know what effect is taking place on the ruling government. It is just the law of karma. The awaited posterity is now being justified. The worst is yet to come. God help and bless our homeland Ghana. Regards to Listo. This one is coming from memo because Omuni say wow. Body on those that I said the message, you know.
Mambo.
Okay,
we are dealing with very vindictive characters.
And they know him. They know him. Me boni dimpe ombe say no omega say Kwabena unipa. Anyway, so now Doc, you remonstrate education.
But Ansah na me wura mankasa no. Was say me dey asem metudwa.
Kache.
Say unim say my first degree be here with University of Ghana.
Okay.
Then I come Norway acquire me MPhil.
Okay.
Then to Canada for my doctorate. University of Ghana so I'm acquire no. Nyame ye madum. I was admitted to Commonwealth Hall.
Okay.
The great Vandal City. Among for mutie me. Enyantie. Say anche bia na ntawantawa bi esi campus. Ya ba yanso no. Yen hu enyina so. Yanya investigative report. Yanya adanse. Say bia yen ye vandals. Mo ye hall no. Ena eyesa ntawantawa no. But University of Ghana a proceed here to suspend our hall master.
I see.
Any our senior tutor. And then I'm making over the new policy by say after continuing students will not be in the hall. So I be in out.
Meaning what?
Just say first year for and a better hall.
Okay.
Second, third, and final year, Muntina hall. And we see that sir, it's an attack on us. Their thinking is that it's usually the older students who orient the newer students into our Vandal tradition and culture.
Okay.
And our tradition, no, and yeah, they did grow. I am proud, and I know every Vandal watching and listening to me. And yeah, they did grow. Because we have defined vandalism as the highest form of religion, where one loves your neighbor more than yourself. Yes. And I can give you several examples of how I've been assisted, helped in most of my life as a result of being a member of that exclusive fraternity. And to decide that you were going to punish an entire hall and by that, stifle a tradition that goes back to the 1960s. Senior vandals like the late Professor Otibuatin, Sheikh El Alawa, the likes of Nanan Ketia, of Esekado, Domahine, Togbe Afede, the Chief Justice Enimi Abua, Justice Doche. I can give you a long list because I was the national organizer of the Old Vandals Association. I was a deputy chief vandal. So, Yedi Asamuno, Echo Court. We have filed 6 cases against the university through the Old Vandals Association.
I see.
And we have branches across the country and even in the diaspora. That is how organized we are. Ubienim. You had no evidence. You had no basis. And so we challenged this new policy in court. The court has granted our interlocutory injunction that we applied for, telling you the university to suspend the implementation of your new policy until the substantive case is heard. With copies of the court the court namano. You have gone to bring police to prevent the students from having access to the hall. So the question we are asking is this: why is the University of Ghana being unlawful, acting unlawfully? Because a court has given a verdict.
And you must obey.
And why are police officers who are supposed to enforce the law breaking the law?
Because Obia Kachom said they should break the law.
And that is not acceptable. We cannot live in a lawless country. Yeah, there's some now court. Court has granted our injunction. Work with the law. And I am reminding vandals across the nation and beyond that this fight is on. We will use all legitimate means to ensure that our tradition and culture, which we cherish so much, is not killed. Yanka se obiye adia ensen fata. Na se mo inyinaso. Se weni. Aye bibia ensen fata, breaking the rules of the university.
Yeah.
Breaking the university statutes. You don't punish that person. But to say that because something has happened, you are giving collective punishment to every vandal, including we all vandals, because the Omo it affects us.
Exactly.
Our tradition is being attacked. Because of one person's crime, quote unquote, you are punishing an entire hall. How do you do that in a democracy where the rule of law is supposed to reign supreme? Ayada laws nana. They are court na se court am I grant injunction.
Who is now the vice chancellor?
Vice chancellor, me have no abanso. Me wa Norway University of Bergen. Na ononso e University of Bergen.
Oh, okay.
So what you say? But the ekwe die me gidi say me ntumi ne nya fine biom.
Hey.
Oh yes. Now say I'm very proud to be called Chief of Park. So share me status. I like that.
Yeah, Chief of Park.
I pride myself in that. And let nobody talk down on our tradition, because the caliber of people we have produced in Ghana and where they are within the system. I've just mentioned the Chief Justice, former President John Dramani Mahama. That's it. No. Peter Namfuri Numunyina. I can mention them. There is something good about our fraternity and who we are. We won't pay.
Habib Bantu say, Commander, tell Honorable that the university is just learning its lawlessness from the president. Oh, Ghana for.
Yeah, bro. Abra, is it not lawlessness?
Anyway.
So he's right.
Anyway.
He's right. Bank of Ghana Act. You are not supposed to grant government funding beyond 5% of the previous year. You have printed over 50 billion. That is lawlessness.
Dongo Cracker says 80 billion.
Official lawlessness. Waka odika. Anyway, me say Oka say or they say at Kennedy.
Yes.
Yeah. And that is what reminded me of the Commonwealth struggle.
Yeah.
At Kennedy is a proud old vandal.
Sure.
He's one of us.
I see.
And we are there. Semia Wuku is an old vandal. John Bodu, I can name them on both sides. Otukuno, Harun Edrisu. Yes, the vandals in Parliament. We are going to issue a statement. I had a conversation with our patron, Joe Weiss, the first deputy speaker. Okay. In his day, he was the choir master. Oh, yeah, Joe will be in this year. Oh, yeah. Harun Edrisu, he was there. We were there together.
Okay.
Oh. Okuja told they are much younger, Doctor, you were free. I mean, I can name them. You know, Honorable Yusuf, Bolly Bamboy, Taylor B. Oh, Dominic Ayini. Oh, you can see that these are weighty people. Nipa Maboyin, I want a lightweight. And this is what comes readily to mind. There is more. So our tradition has served us and the nation well. It has. It must be passed on from generation to generation.
Anyway, And they didn't come on. So which means you education front no.
So we are near education.
But there are issues of corrupt. What raise a B? When you say we breaking it down, you can pick on the school feeding, you can pick on school placement, you can pick on free SHS in totality and other. Minimum where baby a person.
My infant free free school.
Okay.
The attorney say in say yankora na omutro BC afie twemu no.
Yeah.
I was a place one. Na omonso omoko secondary school.
Yeah.
Me no ka say yenyan enyantie say the placement process no has been completed. In the meantime no Bobie afie twemu 2022.
Yeah.
Placement na e bae no. Yenyantie say awofo ni bia omo bottom edo no a omo sika no ebi etimi ato placements ewo grade A schools ama omo nkora enti e bae no the then Director General of the Ghana Education Service Professor Poku Amankwa Electoral krata edekoma BNI they say and from NIB CID say omunya investigation. Me kakra say me bona baso because I also had complaints from many parents who told me that they were being asked to pay money for the awards we place in schools. There are parents who also told me that the awards deserved places in grade A schools, and we have only 53 grade A schools. So we are talking about Wesley Girls, Achimota, Presec, Pop Jones. You know the grade A schools. Maybe they may call grade C, but more heavy. Are they here? Some? Oh yes, but I'm here. So, we didn't hear anything about the investigation. TM said, "Now what you mean? Said be a tremu, and Manasseh, any the fourth estate. The video be able to draw. Say my tremu, I and crack. Say so was a car. To me a top placement Emma Wakwara. Nti abaya ye di hun komo no. And after the year bisa. Say investigation na Prof Opoku Amankwa ka say enya no. Ekosi saying ada na enti ho hwe. Na de Manase atimi ayahwehwemo hu a ye de aba by the fourth estate no. E kire pefe say those allegations no had a basis.
Me pacho na Legon asema okay. Lecturers be omo ho 80 and so mo pay just 1 minute bite kitu ebi. Sorry. Okay, so doc. Me pacho now so person Legon issue no quick one.
Yeah, mission na me NS secretary asemi ha. So let me first of all greet my senior Dr. Clement Park. Is that boy me senior come I also finished in 2004.
Oh, okay. Now what come on?
Yes.
Now what was our horn?
That not come on.
Ansah say what's your Babaya lecturer?
And Dr. Farr, one of the people who inspired us when we were there. Yeah, I met you sometime about 2 or 3 years ago. One of the homecoming. It's the Chiago Farr.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know me. In fact, as I said, I'm speaking my capacity as a member of the university. I'm not a peer of the university, but I'm reporting the every hour. In fact, only the sociology department is close to come out or like just the back of my office. And in the say around 1 o'clock, the peer about I'm answering the grade. Students no match towards the hall. If I even asked from the students what's happening, and also come on from some of the take over because of my court injunction. If I asked one of the students, the court injunction are the students the right people to enforce the court injunction? I mean, then I'm not a lawyer. I'm not doctor there. You see, because I'm a fan, but I don't want us to also look at the fact that also of the things they are doing. We need to be careful. It's almost trying to you basically people try to prevent them from entering the hall. In the hall, some of them came back trying to pick stones around the common area and trying to go and attack the police. And then my police, tried to say, okay, so Nadia, young engineer Mamun, yes, I didn't know, come back so that they gave them 5 or 50 minutes to go back. In fact, the whole of me said some of the students started throwing and the police are arresting them. Bobie, I'm saying this because I won't justify the action of the police in beating the students. But I also feel that the argument is that, court, I grant you injunction. The question is, are the students the right people to enforce the injunction? Are they supposed to go to the investor authorities and say, okay, Yanyasa injunction way, I think that as far as I support the fact that the right is in down, we should also not allow the students to take the law into their own hands and do the wrong thing. Okay, that is what I want to add to what happened this afternoon.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you, doctor. Thank you.
So I also advise, say, once it is a court injunction, if the university authorities are refusing to recognize the injunction, I mean, say lawyers, they'll go back to court, and the court likely would give a directive to security agencies to make sure, say, the injunction is adhered to. So, mamen so menfa kunye na menkanchere nkwara say they should not take the law into their own hands, because anything they do can affect our advocacy negatively. I know that senior vandals, members of the Old Vandals Association, national president Nketia Sapong, and Omamaka Obia ATA. So I know that at least we will use the lawful and legal means to make sure that the right thing is done.
Okay, all right. Let's move on.
To the point I was making regarding the placement. Yeah. So Manasseh and the confirming that indeed what we had with the placement for 2022, that people buy places for their awards. When him say, or they say, in a bit too, Jano, Yachi, Nipa, Baku 8. Nabako, Ketra. Yasina or ye Ketra. Me te say Bakunsu a Sushan boy. And Abakunsuna or war a placement center.
Yeah.
But in name, say, Omono, we go boys and girls. Because Omo need passcode. They don't have access to the computer school placement system. So how come that they were able to take money and get students placed in grade A schools? Do you know that at that time now, there were media engagements, and Manasseh, according to my conversation with him, engaged both Professor Pokwa Mankwa and then the current Minister for Education, Yahweh Duchum. Opokwa Mankwa admitted and informed Manasseh, say, there are only 2 people who have access to place or display students in the grade A schools.
Okay.
Director General of Ghana Education Service and Minister for Education. Nipa mi no pe. Intino. Anyo ba ebema. Anya bema ebe oba. Only these 2. This we ba kufri wa. Anya bema ebema. Onu can say when he became aware and wrote this letter, he did his own checks and he had some information about placements via Yaye. But around the same time, he was locked out of the system. Which then means that only Dr. Yao Educhum had a PIN code to access the placement system. Yes. When we're having this conversation, and I better say Empono, National Security Minister Electoral letter at the command Ministry of Education said they should set up a committee to look into the allegations of corruption in the CSSPS system. And a committee was actually set up to look into the matter, largely drawn from Ejumayefo within the ministry and the school placement secretariat and then ASIFO and GES. But do you know that the Minister for Education in all of this initial conversation never revealed to anybody, including the investigative journalists, nor the Committee on Education that an internal committee had been put in place to investigate the matter.
Okay.
The question is why? Point number one. The Edi Unkomono and a journalist who was moderating the program. Ebisa Education Ministry PRO when you are Kitwa Kwating. Sir, let it be a betoja. Sir, you set up internal committee to investigate. And Yediano, can you tell us something about it? And on we are no say, oh, any crack. Now, enumerate no nya information from the chief director of the ministry, confirming that indeed an internal committee had been set up to investigate the matter. Another committee had presented its report to the minister and made recommendations. And I'm saying, how is it that the minister never volunteered? Because the BB of course was swear. Now I say catashene prayer. That's a unimu share. Say was to me ubut me fu. Nti wo bibi fa ho. Wo bibi fa ho a. E was na odi animu na utumi ma Ghana fo ene obi atumi say sajima we ene ye dia fa ho. Asemesi anaso obenten ene ye hu say ono na waye. Enti sa ejuma yi na ye di na ye dia twa obi aso. And as I correct system, no, the minister never volunteered that information. And then we were there. And I make say, once you have now admitted, say, there was an internal investigation, make the report of the committee public.
Okay.
Publish it. Let's see what the committee findings are and the recommendations are. Bobie, ya anteshi. Ena, nyamia ya dom. And also committee report no, and also send leak here. Now leak here. Bobie, I'll send you a copy.
Oh, send what is it?
Say Usha. I will send it to you. And if you see dear Prof Opoko Mankwa Kanye,
I see.
Now the to the minister Ekayana, then you will see say yes. I know about a bear bema, but a bema.
Anyo ba
ebe bema
ba de bema oba ne nka ho bema. Okay, so can we go through can we go through the league?
Yes, I will send it to you.
Yeah, let's go through the league.
Yes, let me open it very quickly. I will just give you the portion of just the two persons because Medika can say it has been established. Said there are only two people
any
kura pass code to the system for grade A schools.
And a
Baku was locked out.
And
Akabako.
Na Baku na kanso ye minister no.
Ono na ye minister no code. And Prof to me had you see evidence. Actually, say a student was placed in a grade A school using minister's code in exchange for 7,000 Ghana cedis.
And what report no?
I say me baby.
Hadra bema yoba.
Ansah Bema.
Ansah Bema.
That is it.
Kajua.
Good remember. And you know, it's a serious matter. And the reason why this is important is we are just in the processes of doing placements for 2023.
Yeah.
So if we are still saddled with this corruption from the previous year now, don't you see that the possibility of these corrupt acts repeating themselves even at a higher level is very real?
So which means, but Prof, a report on my recommendations.
And your Prof report to committee Say almost fresh witnesses.
My recommendations.
Recommendations no crab put the kind of obesity. And don't be surprised because all those who were drawn to form the committee, they are subordinates under the minister.
Yeah, I get it.
And you know, you cannot expect them to make any serious recommendations. And they didn't have the power to properly investigate matters of corruption. Per their own report, even the consultant who consult for them on the CSSPS failed to give them data for them to do their work. And you know, it is very clear. Maybe be a document. It is very, very clear. There are 2 documents. The kind of letter no establishing the committee.
Okay.
And there is a committee report. Maybe the other is slow. Would me be a committee report now? You scroll down, you will see headings of various individuals.
Okay, so
you see Professor
report of alleged corruption in the 2021 senior high school placement.
That is it. That's the document.
Okay.
See, scroll down.
Okay.
You would see different names of persons who appeared before the committee.
Okay, so the membership of the committee is as follows: Edward Fiawo Ife, Mrs. Matilda. Into the committee.
Yes, but the report is there.
And I must say the committee sat 8 times, and the following persons appeared before the committee.
Very good.
Mr. Daniel Sapondia, Mr. Asamoah Kweku. Okay, so Mr. Daniel Sapondia, a chief operating officer, right?
Yes.
Okay, then we have Mr. Asamoah Kweku, a champion, software engineer. Then we have Professor Kwesi Opoku Amankwa, Director General GS.
That is where I want us to focus. It is scroll down to what prof's section, any of kind.
Okay, so Daniel Sapondia Akasa. Then we have Mr. William Dakwaso Akasa. We have Vera Andor, Afra Mensah, Isaac Duke,
Asante,
Kamel,
Isa,
Richard Apiakubi, Kwame Opoku Siao, Abna Kunadu, Suzy Usia, Professor Kwesi Opoku Amankwa.
Very
good.
Okay,
so can I read through?
Yes.
All right.
Sure. Okay. The prof kan na
Okay.
kan the minister kan.
Okay.
Na obi ante.
Okay. So I read. Professor Kwesi Opoku Amankwa, the Director General of the Ghana Education Service, at the time took the committee through a brief history of the school placement system and reiterated the fact that reviews are done at the end of the placement process every year. And measures are put in place to improve the process over that of the previous years. Professor Amankwa indicated that with the coming on board of the Ghana TVET service, the Honorable Minister moved the whole placement process from the Ghana Education Service to the Ministry of Education for the 2021 school placement. He was assigned access to Category A schools within the Ghana Education Service. He went further to say that out of the 5% protocol that is retained at the national level, he was assigned 20% and the Honorable Minister had 80%. Officially, the Category A access was between the Honorable Minister himself and the Director General of the TVET service. However, the minister had the authority to instruct the consultant to create additional access for other people, so he could not confirm if they were the only people with the Category A access.
Good. Also,
on the alleged issue of bribery and corruption on the placement of students in their preferred choice of schools, Professor Opoku Amankwa said it may be difficult to get to the root of this issue because there are people, Goro boys in reference, who do not have anything to do with the Ministry of GES, the Ministry or GES, and yet go out in the name of officials of the Ministry or GES to do what they do. Some of these guys take institutions, some of these guys take money from people and channel their placement requests through reliable institutions to be presented as part of their protocol list. He therefore indicated that the biggest problem with the placement has to do with the protocol placement. He went further to say that the heads of schools cannot be absolved either because they have a way of managing their 5% protocol. Additionally, he said that if there are allegations of corruption, then the bulk of it stops with himself and the Honorable Minister because they were the only people assigned access to Category A schools, and these are the schools for which people pay money to be placed into. Good. He cited an example in one of the cases that was reported that an amount of 7,000 Ghana cedis had been charged to place someone at Wesley Girls or Achimota School. A probe using the log report on the system showed that it was done with the Honorable Minister's access, which was being handled by Miss Vera Amwa. Professor Mankwa went on to say that subsequently his permission to the log spot on the placement system was blocked and so could not trace and act on complaints that came in.
So let's leave it there. After. Good. Yeah. Now let's go to the next one is Dr. Oseya Educhum.
Dr. Oseya Educhum. That's the minister himself.
That's correct.
Okay. So I read. The Honorable Minister was the last person the committee interviewed to conclude the investigation. Honorable Minister took the committee through how access is given to each member of the team that did the placement. He indicated that he and the Director General were the only people that had access to Category A schools. He told the committee that due to the nature of the placement and how people are able to use their name to have their way, he decided to hide the identity of the person he delegated his access to, so that the person cannot be compromised in any way. He indicated that due to the corruption issues that came up every year, he thinks it is better to keep the one he delegates to work for him on the placement anonymous. The Honorable Minister indicated that during his tenure as a Deputy Minister, it was only the Minister that assigned people access, and he respected that decision and worked with it as such.
Very well. So how come that Prof Anya Oba Bema nti bako etimi aka say netie we na mahu wan fa bibia nsie but bako de won pese obema committee na ehu who he gave his pin code to.
And it's a pin code no na.
And they use here for that placement in exchange for the 7,000. And that's just one example. What does that tell you?
No, but even if the executive administrator, the executive government say, God for oil do
very well.
There will be a
so you can see
on providing Nipano.
No, but we now know the person because Prof was able to know through the log that it was Vera Amwa. But Minister sought to protect their identity. So who is Vera Amwa?
Okay.
What is a role in the system? Is she still at post? Because it is clear from what Prof communicated to the committee that money was taken.
7,000.
And why was Prof locked out of the system? To prevent him from acting on complaints. And the only one who can authorize somebody else to be locked out of the system is the minister.
Okay. So the Vera Amwa is a deputy free SHS coordinator.
Very well.
And he appeared before the committee.
So you see why we are saying that Manasseh has exposed the tip of the iceberg. I can guarantee you that what has come to the public is minor.
And at this
we are asking for the office of the special prosecutor to be interested.
But at this time, in case either say education minister resign,
yes,
and now say
yes, that should be the case to allow for a proper investigation. And in fact, I'll be making that call. I'll be making that call formally.
But watch it.
No, I'm going to make that call
because this issue has been in the system for almost like a week.
Nasa Magada may mature my statement. It's going to be personally. I'll be calling for him to step aside to allow for an investigation into this matter. Because who pin code any use here? How is that possible? And why were you trying to shield the person, knowing fully well that you are giving somebody else access to use your PIN code. Then, who person protected? Why couldn't you have volunteered this information to the committee? Why did you not even inform Ghanaians and even the Education Committee of Parliament that this committee had been formed and had done work? Why didn't you volunteer that information in the first place? If not because these documents leaked too. These documents were leaked. They didn't come out willingly or through official sources.
I see.
So clearly, when Manasseh names what the work he has done, placement for sale, he is right. And we know that to be true. But the implications of this, Bobie, I don't know, Reho. Akorano, se we cut down. So now we for a misika. So benye school ope. No modern boy wabo. Eso eni se onko sa school no.
Wa catch
Onya. So what type of society are we building? We are building a society on ability to pay, not on merit. And I'm sorry to say, but the truth must be said. Our motto in Commonwealth is truth stands. It is the same thing that is happening in almost every other agency in this country. Whether police, whether fire service, whether immigration, whether prisons. You know, you have been hearing the stories.
Yeah.
It's not based on merit. It's not even based on fitness. It's not based on competence. It's based on ability to pay. And that is why we read about police officers misconducting themselves. We read about some of them engage in armed robbery, because if it is ability to pay, I'm already an armed robber. I'll go and find money to come and pay. I'll get recruited. In 6 months, I now have a uniform and a weapon. Are you not enhancing my trade as an armed robber?
Yeah.
Do you get my point?
Yeah.
This is what is happening. What are we doing to this country? I don't quite understand. Now let's come to the issue of buffer stock.
Buffer stock, yeah.
Sure. Charles, a core headmasters, nyina members. Afibia omo holdi omo annual delegates conference. No me wienswa they issue a communique. I have with me here the 60th annual conference anniversary celebration held at the auditorium of the Koforidua Center for National Culture in the Eastern Region. Communique that they issued.
Okay.
Recommendations are Omwemeki. One of them, tin, is on the role of the National Buffer Stock Company in the supply of food to schools. Just briefly, almost the role of the National Buffer Stock Company in the supply of food to schools in itself is problematic in the smooth implementation of the free SHS policy. Charles recommends, therefore, that the buffer stock system, considering all the attendant problems associated with its role in the supply of food to schools, must be scrapped immediately. Yes. Also, Charles recommends, therefore, that the buffer stock system, considering all the attendant problems associated with its role in the supply of food to schools, must be scrapped immediately. And the Free Senior High School Secretariat should be rechanneled. Free Senior High School Secretariat should rechannel those funds directly to the school to perform those roles. This will reduce the extra stress of heads struggling to even appeal to suppliers to supply food on behalf of the buffer stock company, looking for non-existent funds to travel over various distances to cart food to our schools. Dealing with undersupplies, dealing with undersupplies and underweight supplies, over-invoicing, and even intimidation by some suppliers. Mention must be made of the fact that there are times some schools are denied of their food items when the heads insist on the right thing. What does that tell you? And they have been issuing this communique almost every year. As a member of the Public Accounts Committee,
yeah,
I can tell you, we just finished 2019 audit report on pre-tertiary educational institutions.
Yeah,
I can tell you that the buffer stock food suppliers, in addition to what the headmasters themselves have said, the auditor has captured instances confirming what the headmasters are saying.
Yeah.
In Jebiana school, no, Oma location, 50 bags of MO.
Okay.
And 50 bags of beans. Some of them would go and give the school 30 bags of rice and 20 bags of beans. And so headmasters cannot say anything. That's what is happening. That will show me. Yes.
But they know.
Yes.
They know.
They know.
And even the national security is aware.
But you see, the whole system itself is corrupt. Because the buffer stock company, no, it is not the type of buffer stock that you and I, you read at time I was school agric, where a buffer stock company is supposed to buy excess food, process and store, so that a banner say a come abba and I say if you are in Nihua, then you release the stock to bring prices down and also to ensure that citizens no better than this buffer stock that we are talking about only gives contracts. Ask yourself
to individuals.
Ask yourself how they recruit their suppliers. Have you ever seen any advertisement in a national daily asking for people to apply to be considered as buffer stock food suppliers?
So which means it started from NDC time.
Debbie,
we
were not using the buffer stock company to feed students. At our time, the headmasters were getting the money and they themselves were recruiting their suppliers.
Why the buffer stock also when
they buy as part of the free school policy.
So now, which means some of the contracts, party apparatus.
Party boys and girls and apparatchiks.
And the or talk a 50 bucks and now 30.
Sanatia
in the 20 no wadi.
Won't be any and then the headmaster say what I read to you is not from you or me, it's from Charles.
Wow.
And Bobie, we know of instances where buffer stock suppliers have procured and supplied expired food items. Mackerel, expired. Tin tomatoes, expired. There was even an instance where a company imported and supplied canned food items which had not been approved by the Food and Drugs Authority.
So which means at the top level, while omuni dealing with down so
I am telling you the level of corruption. Entina ubetia na aduane ni ho na nkora ni di omudi gare nkoa na omudi emu nkoa. The system is just fraught with corruption. People are just profiting left, right and center. There is no structure. Maybe it's a question.
Yeah.
I want to know how buffer stock food suppliers are selected. Everything and that question has been filed. Look, it is not even just the headmasters. I have another document here.
Okay, let's go.
PIAC. When PIAC did their assessment of the free senior school program, this was in 2019.
Now, Charles McCarthy, point of loss, me Musa say, why must we have a grade A, B, C, blah, blah, blah schools when all of them write the same exams at the end?
Menuya, will be Sam. That is a profound question. The reason why we have grade A, B, C schools is because of the facilities, amenities, and the record of the schools.
Yeah.
And so me baby I'm free me school I'm no. It is a grade C school. Because we don't have a science lab. We don't have a computer lab. Sort here. Compare that to PRESEC. They have all of those. And the grading of the schools, is based on the facilities and the performance of the school. But what we should be doing, and I think this is what the NDC was hoping to do, and we will do it, is to make sure that all schools have the basic infrastructure and the amenities. Because to me, the sana, there wouldn't be the need for anyone to be paying for your son or daughter to go to Presec or Achimota. If all the schools are at par, there won't be the need. And it will take away these acts of people trying to buy. So our goal as a nation should be to ensure that every school in this country is at the same standard. Because the teachers are all trained in the same universities. They have the same backgrounds. So it cannot be the teachers. It has to be the other concomitant facilities that should be available for both students and teachers to be able to give up their best. That is what makes the difference.
Okay, so before the court documentation, a tester said Dr. Apak's revelations may explain the forceful removal of the former DG of the GES. Is that right?
I think it is very likely because we know that there was a very frosty relationship between the Director General and the Minister. Frosty relationship. As a member of the Education Committee, and if you ask all stakeholders in the education sector, so Ofre Minua Kofi Asare, Africa Education Watch, you confirm. So Ofre Minua iFirst, or they say Dr. Anti, they will confirm. Until we knew. And so for most of us, it didn't come as a surprise at all.
Okay.
It didn't come as a surprise at all.
Okay.
For some are even reading a lot more to it, going back to a purported rivalry between the former Minister of Education and the current Minister, Matthew Poku Prempe and Educhum. Some have made the case that Prof was seen as a Napo loyalist. I don't know, but I can tell you that there was a very bad blood between the two of them.
I see.
And so why the president has chosen to accept to allow one to go and is keeping another, I don't know
yeah. Then obviously be raising issues about Adjoa Safua sacking a friend say Mami MPP Mami
Gertrude Kwashiga.
Yeah.
School feeding.
Yeah, so the same issue.
I don't know the school feeding. I know so no now some no different. But you know that
what is happening with
that school feeding issue? No, it also had to do with allegations of corruption.
Yes.
In the school feeding program.
Yes.
And the information we got was that because you know that the school feeding program, although it has to do with education, no, is under the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection.
Yeah.
But as somebody who is interested in education, I've made it my business to know what is going on.
Yeah.
So Kaya, what had happened was that the then Minister for Gender had written a letter asking the coordinator of the school feeding program to proceed on leave. If you remember. And the reason, as we got no later, was for investigations to be conducted because there were allegations of corruption. And we all know that it is true because we know the school feeding program has been used as an avenue to let party boys and girls benefit for doing no work. We know that schools have been fictitiously created and monies are being paid to non-existing schools.
Really? You have evidence?
Oh, Masa.
You have evidence?
Oh, Minua. This is happening.
They create schools on paper.
Yes.
But the
schools don't actually exist.
Then they are using the school feeding to amass wealth through that channel.
Now, don't you remember? Ebaya Buri Nabu on Otiko Jaba on school feeding.
Yeah.
How can I say Otiko? Why no? So
I think I'm raising issues about
how to give the contracts and who to give the contracts to.
Yes. Kwame, I'm going to check his tape no mami. Just it might not be today, but later.
So can I say no Tiko Lebanese. Me you don't know person can be now they call Lebanese. So you see these things we know. So yes, so that is another area. But the point I was trying to make with regards to the issue of buffer stock and how that has become
document.
Yes, a conduit of corruption. No, this is PIAC, Public Interest and Accountability Committee, Senior High School Implementation Monitoring Report 2018-2019. let me just quickly go to challenges. Food supplies. Non-involvement of schools in the selection of suppliers. You remember that I've raised the question about how buffer stock food suppliers are recruited. It is centralized. Essentially party boys and girls and apparatchiks. The headmaster said you have no say.
That's what you do.
And I say corruption risk associated with food supply. I'm not saying it all. This is PIAC. I say poor quality and unwholesomeness of supplies. Unwholesome. And what you say, and we have seen it. It's not just the canned food items that are expired. So you who a bro, any dia weevils, weevils, weevil infested being supplied to our
so schools. Which means that the food challenge, SHS is artificial creation.
That is it, because it cannot be the money
through corruption.
It cannot be the money.
So no much and say munwia monfanko and hana mu betimi adidi. So did free. I see.
Nobody has a say.
I see. It's sad.
I say under and oversupply of food items and provisions. I can go into the details, but this is just the summary to reinforce what the headmasters have said and what I know and what is in the Auditor General's report.
When you said this issue, Charles McCarthy, a breaky story. Yeah. Say our prompt. I remember.
Medanasi.
Yes. Yeah.
Medanasi bebre.
Yeah.
Because me no me bada se me bedi nkomo ya. Me mbebo me share na makase. That is why I always carry my documents.
Yeah.
And these documents were not produced by me.
Yanko.
Let me just give you one or two examples from the main text under concerns food supply.
Okay.
I say corruption risk associated with food supply. The lack of advice to recipient schools on the value of goods supplied portends a corruption risk, as the lack of transparency provides cover for cost manipulation. This is PIAC. The lack of cost information also makes it difficult to complete the school accounts. The schools indicated that their request for advice has so far been ignored. There is no transparency in the selection of suppliers. Now look at poor quality and unwholesomeness.
Yeah.
The quality of some food supplied were poor, and in particular cases, burnt maize, weevil-infested flour were supplied. In some cases, food such as milk and flour supplied were near expiration. But I know of instances where expired food items have been supplied. And this is what is happening. Bobie, that then brings me to the funding of the free senior school policy and the associated corruption. Because the biggest ticket item as far as the free senior school is concerned, feeding.
Okay.
Ohona, the bulk of the money goes. Yes. So the cost elements, baku 10. So you have free feeding, free accommodation, free ICT, free or the saying sports and for about 10.
Yeah.
Free core textbooks and for. But the one that takes the chunk of the money is feeding. And so are you surprised that most of these issues chop is revolving around buffer stock and buffer stock food suppliers? But the point I seek to make is this. The program has been implemented since 2017.
Okay.
Mikuta Minsum, the media review of the budget statement and economic policy of the government of Ghana and supplementary estimates 2020. Bobie, the page. We want to do justice so that the Ghanaian people will know the type of government, the people who are in charge, and why we are where we are, and why almost every system they came to meet has been compromised and is collapsing. It is not that Ghana is poor. They have used their positions to siphon our public resources for private gain. And that is the definition of corruption. The use of entrusted power for personal gain. Page 2, paragraph 9.
Okay.
This is Ken Oforiatta. Also, Mr. Speaker, in acknowledging that education is the primary driver for upward social and economic mobility, we rolled out a raft of policy measures to improve opportunities of our people. We invested 3.2 billion to implement free senior high school, resulting in over 1.2 million teenagers being in secondary school now, looking forward to better opportunities in life. For their parents and families, this has translated into 2.2 billion in savings. That is money that the state has put back into the pockets of Ghanaians all across the country. Bobie, this is 2020 media budget review. And I only monipa. Eja, so manya ko school here.
All
the time in the parliament, I'm always writing. I say, hey, don't you get tired of writing? I say, you know, I'm a lecturer before a parliamentarian. You know, when it comes to writing and jotting points, you can't take it away. And I may be sir, minister question. This was on Wednesday, 21st July 2021. Almost a year after he came to report. Say 3.2 billion had been invested. That would mean 4 years. From 2017 to 2020.
Okay, 17 to 18, 1, 18 to 19, 2, 19 to 23, then 20 to 21, 4.
Very good.
In the 2021, I'll be question way.
That is it. Exactly a year after.
And Saturday, no more spend 3.2 billion.
As of 2020, no, they have spent 3.2 billion to implement the program.
Okay.
Now 2021. Maybe I have a question. My question was generally predicated on article there I'm reading here from Bloomberg.com.
Okay.
NECA said government of Ghana intended to float a green bond for $1 billion. And the former Minister of State at the Ministry of Finance, Charles Dubois, was quoted as saying that government was going to float this bond as part of an effort to pay loans contracted to finance key programs, including the flagship program, Free Senior High School. So I filed a question asking the Minister for Finance whether or not government had taken loans to finance the Free Senior High School policy. And Minister Carr said, as far as he is concerned, government had not done that. But let me read his response. This is me, Dr. Park, quoting myself. Mr. Speaker, I beg to ask the Minister for Finance if government took a loan or loans to finance the implementation of the Free Senior High School policy. And here's Oforiatta. I say, Mr. Speaker, government has taken no loan to specifically finance the Free Senior High School policy. The Free Senior High School policy has since its inception been financed from the annual budget funding amount, another way of saying our oil revenue, and from government of Ghana funding sources. Over the 5 years, a total of 7.62 billion has been allocated to implement the Free Senior High School program. Out of this amount, 4.18 billion was sourced from GOG, representing 54.76%, while the balance of 3.44 billion, representing 45.24%, came from ABFA. And also, Mr. Speaker, the Free Senior High School policy provides free education for all Ghanaians in senior high school to ensure that no child is denied access to education. This includes tuition, meals for both boarders and day students, textbooks, library fee, boarding fee, science laboratory fee, examination fee, utility fee. Then he went on, Mr. Speaker, students enrolled at the senior high school level, student enrollment at the senior high school level has increased from 881,600 in 2016 to 1,261,125 in 2021. primarily due to the free senior school policy. 5 years after the implementation of the free senior school, 411 out of 465 candidates who scored grade A in all subjects in the 2020 WASI were beneficiaries of the free senior school policy. No, just to so bonabaso. You say program no, juma, they are getting good grades. More students are going. And I would just be challenging to the Bloomberg story. And Oka said he has not seen it and he has no knowledge. But let's fast forward to the question that relates to the funding. And I'm saying, Mr. Speaker, and Mr. Speaker say, Mr. Speaker, you want to this is Mr. Speaker. Air catch them say, you want to restate your question, which has been answered, because I wasn't convinced about
the response now.
I say, do you have any further supplementary questions? Then apart. Now, I say very well, Mr. Speaker. Let me ask a supplementary question from the Honorable Minister's answer. So this is my supplementary question. Mr. Speaker, in the second paragraph, the Minister indicates very clearly that to date, government has expended some 7.62 billion on the implementation of the policy. Only 1 year, only last year, July, the Honorable Minister of Finance was in this house to present the media budget review, the American editorial. And on page 2 of the statement, the Honorable Minister indicated this, which I beg to quote. We invested 3.2 billion to implement the free senior school policy, resulting in over 1.2 million teenagers being in secondary school now, looking forward to better opportunities in life. Now, Mr. Speaker, in just 1 year, based on the 3.2 and the 7.62 billion, it will suggest that there has been a quantum leap of 4.42 billion expended on the implementation of the free senior school policy. I would like the minister, the Honorable Minister, I would like to ask the Honorable Minister what accounted for this. And then, Mr. Speaker, reinforce my question. This is Mr. Speaker. Also, Honorable Minister, you may answer the question. Is there a quantum leap in the 3.2 billion invested in the program as against the current figure of 7.62 billion allocated to implement the program? And here is Uforia test response.
A response, okay.
Also, Mr. Speaker, I can get the full details for the honorable member. We should also remember that we had extraordinary expenses last year to enable our children to go to school, from personal protective equipment, PPEs, to sanitation equipment. These really ran up. As you know, we spent over 13 billion extra last year in all sorts of expenditure, with revenue also coming. So we would be able to break it down for him. But the year 2020 was an extraordinary year for all levels of public spending. We would be prepared to do the breakdown.
The same kind of
that is it. Sir Nebu Baba. Now, he comes back in the same month of July, because I remember beside a question where on Wednesday, 21st July, he comes back on, where's the date? He comes back same July, Thursday, 29th.
Within the same year?
Yes, just about a week after. I am saying this because these are official documents, and he presented them.
Yes.
Or no, presenting here.
I understand.
So if you look at the 2021 Media Fiscal Review Budget, page 49, paragraph 284, and the Free Senior High School. Also, Mr. Speaker, the Free Senior High School policy has since its inception, and emphasis inception 2017, been financed from the annual budget funding amount and Government of Ghana funding sources. Over the 5 years, that would imply, say, year 2017 to 2021. A total of 7.62 billion has been allocated to implement the Free Senior School policy. Essentially, they are catching a week earlier. from my question, no.
Yeah.
He repeated the same in the official document he presented to Parliament. So he again gives the breakdown. 4.18 billion was sourced from GOG, representing 54.76%, whilst the balance of 3.44 billion, representing 45.24%, came from ABFA. So here.
Yes.
Now fast forward to 2022. Same document.
So and no the responses no the by no exposino.
Ameba. So fast forward to 2022. Same document. Media budget review statement. Presented on Monday, July 25th, 2022. So you see that all of them are July.
Yeah.
And it's a year.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Into document we are
2022.
Just last year. Okay.
July.
Okay.
July 25th. How they buy? Let's go to page 90, paragraph 466. This is Ken Oforiatta. Mr. Speaker, we have invested in the future of our children through the Free Senior School, where 5.3 billion has been spent to enable 1,261,495 students have access to secondary education. Bobie,
5.2 billion.
How do you go from 3.2 billion in 4 years that you reported?
Mm-hmm.
Then in the 5th year, the number jumped from 3.2 billion to 7.62 billion. In answer to my question, that you repeated in that same year's media budget review. Mimika said there was a quantum leap of over 4 billion.
4 billion.
And you justified it by saying that the quantum leap was as a result of expenditure made to ensure that our students would go back to school in safety.
Which is right.
Yes. So how come that a year after, for the same period of 5 years, you are now reporting? Say instead of the 7.62 now, who can you know? After the
I drop your back.
About 5.3. Tell me.
Two way.
You tell me that I am mad.
Two way.
Tell me that I am mad. Where the case many? So I have said that look, the Free Senior School policy has become a cash cow. It has become a conduit for large-scale fleecing of the resources that should belong to the people of this country. And that is why, in spite of all of these big amounts, you push this program, we are not getting the collateral benefit.
Offer free SHS, no, they are stealing from it.
It is obvious.
Now you have about 2 billion Ghana cedis they can't account.
That is the point.
Then you are dealing with the food issue, where they are giving contracts to their people per the CHAS report.
Voila.
They are not giving a
quantities under supply.
They under supply.
Over invoicing. And you know what over invoicing means?
Then Ansah what about dealing with a school placement?
That is right.
You know, so yeah, another
tier. That is another layer. I tell you, I have called for a forensic audit and a performance audit on the Free Senior School, just like the way the Auditor General isolated COVID expenditure and did the audit. Bobie, because
God has to say, I am second for after Dr. Kachner said 2025. January 7th, Obewu. And you know, all the bonus are no. And this baby,
we want them to be there and alive.
Also, I am saying
we would investigate because these are serious issues. We must know where these monies have gone to. Because Bobie, in which serious country would anyone come and say these kinds of things and walk away to the August House of Parliament? And I filed several questions for him to explain the contradictions in his own figures and data out of the Ama Parliament. I will not let this matter go today. I will let it go tomorrow. Because Ghana sika na yesika. Anya akufo do bottom sika. Anya kene Oforiatta bottom sika.
Yeah.
And he said, Katashisha ne proye ne dwiri munti. Ene ye nyina yesika samatete apansam. Aye maame no mo emroa ene nkokora ya papa no mo. So a mo pension. Ana musika. Ana mayiro omo kiti samoje. When you cannot account. So this is why the former Chief Justice, you remember she talked about accountability. This is what she's talking about.
Yeah.
Where's the accountability?
What is Canada?
Where has the money gone to? You came to report 3.24 years. The 5th year, you came to report twice to my question and in the budget review statement. Say I could do 7.62 billion. May I challenge you that there was a quantum leap of over 4 billion. You justified it by saying, sir, the extra expenditure, which was even more than the 3.2. Listen to this, oh. In 4 years, you spent 3.2. And in 5 years, you spent more than, in 1 year, no, 2021, no, you spent more than the previous 4 years. And now you come to tell us, say, Ansah Tiaba from 5.3 billion. Where the Casamani? When we say that this is the most corrupt government, the most insensitive government, the most wicked government, the most selfish government. We are not just saying the documents are there. I didn't produce these documents. I didn't manufacture these figures. These are the kinds of people we are dealing with, and that is why we are where we are.
We have the next 5 minutes to just wrap it up. But in all this, Honorable, Obia dim komo street to say minority no sorry na munye bibi.
Bobie,
the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, bibi.
Ediya.
Say where I mean kind. It is part of our effort.
Yes, more expose and the more expose and the more fine.
And you know, sir.
But what next?
COVID expenditure ordinary buy. Who say it came because of our advocacy. So okay. That you filing motion. Emma Speaker Bagwin admit here.
Oh, okay.
O two coin Joe Wise ebetina kunyemuno. They raised the issue and Joe Wise said that Onuji Speaker admitted the motion in error.
Tinango pese.
Etino. Once there is the Public Accounts Committee, an auditor would always audit government expenditure.
Yeah.
Our call for a committee to investigate COVID expenditure. No. Our Speaker, Ejitu Mono, was admitted in error. But we persisted. We wrote to the auditor. People don't know this. The minority, we wrote to the auditor.
Oh, really?
Yes, we wrote to the Auditor General.
I see.
Asking for an audit of COVID expenditure.
20.
Salt yes here. And you can see the content of the audit report. You can see the content of the audit report on COVID-19 expenditure. Bobie, I can tell you that report is mild. That report now by you soon. I will make sika oh,
you are not lawyer.
It is a mild. It is mild.
Lawyer, did you look at the same
yes, it is mild. It is mild. It is mild because all the sources
but the point is the more who know
said the report no Abedan Parliament. It is very soon no. The Speaker will refer it to the Public Accounts Committee. We will sit. It will be public. I can guarantee you. We would invite every single minister, and this one cannot dodge it. Opa Wompo, he will have to come and answer. All of them, every entity, every ministry. Asika kodu omunsema. Woman to me,
which means more different evidences, more than the Auditor General provided.
Nasa, the provide impono. Ye jina enono soa. Why do you think that the Attorney General wrote asking the Auditor General to unpublish the audit report? Nana Donanko Akufo-Addo, President. COVID by a Senate every week. He comes into our homes and says, other than COVID expenditure audit report he didn't come into our homes to talk about it. As I'm saying, compare that to the president of Malawi. Compare that to the president of Malawi.
Yes.
Ono to me address his nation. He used the word the thieves, the criminals. They will have nowhere to hide. Anyone who has misused, squandered, embezzled COVID resources will be punished. His own minister for labor, he sacked him. Although the minister refunded the money, he dropped him from cabinet. That is what you call a leader. And yet they did it. Kataso Mwaso, chief clearing agent. And you think pensioners, Ghanaians knowing all this, should allow you to use their private resources to cover up for public resources that you have channeled into private coffers? This is what is happening. And I can assure Ghanaians at the rank and file of the NDC that we are going to rise to the task. We have been doing it. We will do more. Because one
MPP tested because so go to court.
That's how go to court. Go to court. Tell me, Manyaka, that every institution in this country under this government has been compromised.
Including?
Bema.
Including?
Unanimous FC, your name. Tell me, Bobie. Which institution? Tell me. Selective justice.
All right, live in Accra, 100.5.
Yeah.
And 70 dollars.
Yeah, brutal.
And $70 per hour. Dr. Park.
Minia.
We hope. Sasa de wakano. Mubetu one among.
Sir, your leader has signaled.
A man for omu very shocked. And where I have a problem and Kolane Diane.
Yes.
That Obina created that artificial situation because of corruption. Ghana enforcement can't trust someone that's saying.
Medasi bebre.
Accra FM so someone that's bebre.
Medasi bebre.
Amen.
No kwandi ebe mena dedi.
Inshallah.
As a vandal, your motto, your truth stance.
Inshallah. Thank you so much. All right, so that's it live on Accra 100.5. So quick, me 5 callers. Tell me your opinion. Tell me your opinion on Koma Akoso Ewa CCA. Just tell me your opinion. 0302208090. Yadim Komo Bebre. Minimsa utie ya woka mu wo fie we wo shops. Hello. Pacho tell yanko.
Ofa Bobie, good evening.
Yes sir.
Nami shira mu neji mapa mu yo dawa mai kana. Yeah, ofa. Me ka enda daw. Ya you tuna yo man mu se ne ye boefu. Ye boefu papa me and opekana mi kasa ka e bia. Comment ya tia you to ya tia to community de bestia nyasi. How say ye bre na mpen foi 37 ko sia foi nya. Jaisa. Aden omo ye sa. Busumbe wumi market and magic cry 550. Me check at the so me mami so na me sada sampa na me fia sana maybe aden offer aden den e di your mind mu pani fo boni be ne dia your mo ye ta boni ben pa boni e dia your mo ni se ye to ba mo to mu bra no mu be di ye ni no mu twa ye so ka se offer mami nya na ye wo juma wa.
All right, thank you. On your YouTube, Imado says, and okay, so Dr. Park, you guys know everything about this criminal MPP people. Now back to Facebook. Farouk Tema says, Bobie, this minority is inept. They are only interested in dabbling in politics of deceit and deception. Honorable Park and his colleagues have always failed to prove their lies against this government anytime they are given fine opportunity to make their case. Okay, hello?
Hello, Bobie.
Pastor, first of praying.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, the devil got there.
Nyamiadon Boko.
Mr. Kelma, you come at dinner. Bobie, Yamishra, not my power, why?
Yeah.
You go for the Umbason Bedi. No more kum.
adwuma omba so mba no mu nya adwuma papa bia omba ya ma my way nti nyakopo itira na ya adwuma pa so for Ghana.
Okay, Martin. Mesume das mame kofa another caller on the line. A quick one. Hello.
Bobie.
Yes sir.
Namo
Majo Swemo.
Farouk Temanie.
Farouk yanko.
Mina mese kasa on. Kasa. Ukasa na wuti o ho a detu. Ono ma pa kitro besa studio ho no ranti bebrebe nyina wo bie. Watina ma one alternative ukrada. Kese the usual returns Ghana for your parent no. We are looking for solutions. It's either you come up with the solutions to help the situation, or you forget about it all. Ghana men need your politics based on emotions, people, politicians play on people's emotions. Your power, your person share the alternatives are what they back. Other what man. At the end of Ghana, Mamuna, almost on the man, not free churches, and they don't know for granted. I can come at the Payana, SHS, because of school for the blood, me and Tum because of intervention at the mama and uncle. Bobie, they won't say Mutiraba. Bobie, I want to and partly a get with Mutiraba. What are the alternatives? As usual, they don't know how they be a catch from more. And this no mess for a man. Say, I know met Nasa Bobro, my moon. And we will continue voting against them.
All right, me that's say my make of another caller on the line. Quick one, hello.
Hello, Bobie.
Yes, sir.
Nami
Adon Boko, a first of free.
Oh, me can't say Aguna.
Okay, Aguna is from me and Quay.
Bobie, no, any me too, problem. I imagine I can make Ghana as you be Garako. The strange uncle one there, moving a mobile. They said, yeah, become Ghana. We decide to cry you, Juma, and when you part two, Oji, Bobie, me that's it.
Okay, so let's do it. Hello.
Hello, Commander.
Yes, I'm about your first of free.
Unu ya be ma Jambi Francis Road man.
I saw man from me uncle.
Nyame asum je nka on nyimre na o boy juma. Nyankopon mo ho ban fi watamfo nsem because juma na o ye na sun o mo tan ma ka se Ghana o ka no kro mo mpe wa asem. Ba de obesore ti obi Nyankopon ni be di wo Yesu din. Obi e di me kan se ona bo no be asem na wa kan no kore pa na on se enra me ka se sa eyi na omode sia na omo mpele ntini e be do o ma se ba omo ni nda ho na grofo yo ma ba na anso si di o mesa pa fana foforo omode be ba di e be sro mo se sa di we di omo mode e ma ye e na Faruku ba o be ka se alternative no mo te so no mo alternative onye omo ti aban ya no so na ade ne ye si enye ye ka onu be gina aka Bobie da bia me ka se no me ye driver new sa ta mama ha ma wo so na me tofu e 1 gallon 40 cedis and then sa 1 liter no kra bia bottle no na ye 50 cedis 25 pesos omo Faruku ye be ka na mu gina ho ade a wo defend ye nya onu Faruku ko top petrol ye ka so ye MPP ni ntino ye be man 5 cedis for 1 gallon wana eya amum ye nsia nyansa na no ma bi wo ho a ye nyina na be boa ye ye kasa ye nkasa ye nya bia na ye ba be defend obi oni Nyankopon ye
da say my family last caller quick one na me hello
Kwabena
aja
am you having ya
majiso
yo January Kaneshi
yo Kaneshi for me ango
asemna na doctor kanu o se no ya se bia ko se ekodu kota unanimous office na na omde beboy ati document e wo ho bia no omubuabua no se de yera adugi tamako kae no onu nimde na se yera mama oni no adida ati se ebenu na ye bapa wa bia ta ho na be se unanimous office na baba bi se ma bi mu a ho na we tonti ya se mpam ho danta ti ma mle nu ansa oi
Mate. Me da say my member Munsia na mentru me kan kokuma say enkoye adwuma bi my community and medru so no and we talk about community issues last week here dey a video bi etudwa emamo na me social media handler beside the video na to Islamic school am for Kai Islamic school wo kumase a ka kobo kasa no asem si a yɛn nsa nkɔ nkɔhwɛ akyire anhwɛ ade kora asi hwɛ Islamic school ni o anim wɔ ni ɛno ano no 1 year ni menya sure sɛ IGP kura busa regional minister musa MP musa you see omu duru fie no omu wi omu apetese a konyaka omu ada sɛ enkola no ka ba burum akunu sɛ die yo because adie wei kwa ye issue a obi ti sɛ Simon o sɛ mensa eni kwa sɛ ko da regional minister bio here me boss mia minua ayi friend say Sampai da bia ku da bia Sampai ku ti obe da nya da ja kohwe obe da nya kwa kohwe so these are the issues problem e wo ho problem e wo eye ho a obia mpese obeka wase the last time your friend say Urban Rose for or whatever. Obviously, she say, "Yeah, woman, for the it's okay." And she say, "Yeah, woman, school no, any ministry ni kind no, omunya nyaho eye emwaye bia, ene de keka ho." It's sad, but that is it. Lotus Gallery, Mr. Mwada, Makan Lotus Gallery, who has match them papa. A gift shop into Miawani. Wa wonko jedi so beje no oya Go TV wo mugusu say also be subscribe na watimi ahwe Go TV skaka kra bi o hwe niema bebre na Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic seven kan cho say bright soja capsules and a bright garlic plus capsules ya wo de aba edwaso amanfo nyi bi numbi wo mo say wo ambulance service ya wo de ma omanfo ye no Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic no one wo nungwa adogon last top mamenko any Al Hassan Mubarak Ben Osman enko yejuma ona chairman ema Old Students Association Islamic Senior High School in Kumasi na minia majo
hello majo
otumenka
patu kai
mpacho bokore
boko.
Okay, so yedi ankran ne wo ya hu se mo you know senior high school Islamic Senior High School emre bi asembisi ya ka so mo be ramp wo animu se be ye be saving koda no from cars ebobo wo mo ye nya video a omo nyeye na omo nyeye de ba asma ben
adan kra shirka kra because we know at some way you did Canada. The day I almost called demonstration, IGP by any part of the government agency, almost over, all of them came in the school to observe the incidents. So that week, IGP make it temporary fence rope in order for it to serve as a temporary speed ramp. Road and Highway Commission, I can say, speed ramp within shortest possible time. And that when you are up to now, 8 months now. And yes, it's not that we are sitting down waiting for them to come and fix the speed ramp. We are doing the follow-up to the extent that we went and meet our noble MP, Honorable Muntaka Mubarak, MP for Aswasi constituency, and we addressed the issue to him. And he himself said that he has written a letter to the Road and Highway Commission to at least for them to give him the total cost of the speed ramp that will cost for that area that in front of the school. He will give them the money and they will embark on the work. My brother, as I'm talking to you, say, Amino Kasano, up to now, MP is waiting for their response. They didn't give him the response. So I just say, obviously, I already say, Ama Aden, in the shortest possible time. You are not ready to open your hand for the helping hand. So in this case, I don't know, because this is a matter of students, our future leaders, and they are looking up to you people because you people are the leaders. And I would say that in this at this moment, they are highly disappointed by the Road and Highway Commission because 8 minutes now say I'm a second accident
NC and Sana, Yababa Pejaya, and I said, Sana, Yababa, fixing Spindram at the students. And a black beneficiary, Mino Casano, new administration, new admission is being going on. Parents are coming, teaching admission for their children. Existing students are coming, and new students are also coming. So the road is always busy. So what else do you want us to do? What else do you want the students to do? As 2 weeks we went to approach the students, and they expressed the same grievances. The same grievances.
Now, Mubarak, money a school authorities adding Komo as to more involvement, whether they are giving enough pressure.
We are acting as an old student, and after the incident, we went and meet the school authority, and they tell us that it's not that after they are also doing the follow-up. So, my boss, he said, I don't know what else can we do at least to bring the Road and Highway Commission to bring their mind on this issue that we are doing the follow-up. So, I mean, they just say what we should do now. If we involve the MP and still nothing has been done, so what else can we do? That is the question.
So now,
if the whole MP has been involved and nothing, they didn't. At least you have to look at the position, the portfolio that person is holding, and give him a respect. If that's the case, if that we are not capable of doing it, we'll do it. But because of this and that, that's why the dilemma has come. At least give him an excuse, but nothing. So that's when they said, "How you help me? What else do you think we can do now?"
So, maybe we shall say, "My next action," they say.
That one I think I can't disclose it to my brother because it's between us, and we are doing it's an organizational decision, and we can't disclose our next action because it has become part and parcel of in our priority. So it's the main agenda in our distant priority for us to achieve it in this year.
Na me pacho. Money school authorities na kasa, money MP or constituency na kasa. Mwako a municipal assembly ought to go and ask them. Say and
we assign some of the students to go and do that investigation, but I didn't hear from them. That is
also what I said. Assembly, no.
Assemblies, no. But we didn't get a response from them because most of them they have so many things doing. So at times you may assign them, they will say they will go, or we didn't get the feedback. But what is at hand is currently the speed drum has not been fixed. That is our worry now.
Anyway, Yanga the ABC. You try say benya a urban roads for no makasa.
Okay,
and we are not getting them, but Yanga the ABC. Now I want to that school name no Atete Krao.
Atete Krao.
So I don't want to be in Concord.
The thing is, when we are dealing with the government, an individual cannot stand. Speed ram no kwesa mama ekwan aye student ni ye betima kwafese speed ram no. But according to the constitution, you have no right to go and embark Road and Highway Commission to go and do their work because that is their work. If they give us the go ahead, you can do it. But per the constitution, should in case when we do it and there's a mistake, we will be held responsible. So what did I make an answer? It doesn't cost much. It doesn't cost much. We can do it. And what we are waiting for them to say, they say, I busy and I see can answer, and we are waiting for the approval of government. We'll be happy about that.
Okay.
So what the
Okay.
They should give us the green light. Who will do it? Who will fix it for the students?
Okay. All right. Okay. Mubarak, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Alhassan Mubarak Ben Osman, Chairman, All Students Association, Islamic Senior High School. And so she will buy Ghana for Maka. And I think we need to use our show to serve the public. Intinyama saying young you go you do come adeway come more shops beer can want some yes kwala police for then oh na ya see IGP nam kwam na you see IGP call oh na say yeah ko do dem no ma we petesi abro no mo sre nkwala no obi an kwonkwohwe adekura asi regional minister to Someone say, Samia Madame Fono, or no drain you akum, care me raso akum, care a friend say, watch it yakutu. If we drain you know in a cum. Teachers assembia across was Santa Regin Piano, and Fabia, and that is the problem. Yeah, that's home. Okay, so Estera Bones and Therapy Center. Estera Bones and Therapy Center. Simen Kantra says, Udompim Wabua, Udompim, Imwabua. Was there one Bomoden, Selbeba, Estera, Sebra. Now, or more and fix it Dumpinum Mount. Dumpinua, a moo pong. If you want a baby now, crack it, Ubasha. No sukra de abu pon kra esensa mokra no omo se omo eye ho adwuma omo awo awoshi abrante bus stop from 020 068 5386 me boso 020 068 5386 and 059 3632446 top choco so be di choco pa mana yoda Eya na wakai top choco. Omo top choco chocolate spread. Yeah, with the fabrudum. And omo 3-in-1 chocolate drink. Yeah, yanu di ohia ne wunsu ohie. Top choco. Omo se opa so 2 no dodua 0243 033033. No afromo. Omo ane kura eye floral tissue. Yeah, omo say floral disposable handkerchiefs or diaba. Ni facial tissue or diaba toilet rolls. Multi-purpose towels, napkins, so omodiaba. Now I'm we na pedie. Afe was say a year care for free and fair elections Ghana. Wamu dijmedie kase pa vote buying. Vote buying say ye kwato aba na kromfo bi to vote. Omso mo be church kromfo mo hu akromfo. Yeah. A man me to vote pam no ena ebinum so ton adwadifo okruma papa na abaton susuaso sikasem toto ye bambo ehun dwumadie no mo ba bayi Professor Rosina Chematin ewom Professor Erasford Jampo wojinem ye mamelindo forikwafo JII wojinem Michael Niabe wojinem Professor Manuel Kwesi ni jinem was 15th February. Nyame aduma wochina no. Ena dwumadie ba so 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. e teachers hall. Entia na so akotrem no akotie bi. Afei class media group say yen kan kire omanfo say open perfect location for a family adventure this month of love. I said then look no further than Papaye Recreational Village. Papaye Recreational Village. Na kohoi na ekwajuani o say wo abri kunkundro ukwa mwakwa juani kama Quick Credit and Investment Microcredit Limited wase bosia epe ehun dwumadie die wo mu demu bafu akura enya de obi abetumi wo mo Tabia Herbal Center wo mo ese wo mo de Tabia Herbal Mixture aba eno mo de Tabia Herbal Capsules no so aba abusu chapo or memu pharmacies and herbal shops or Kaisi Drug Lane a man from Kwajibi was it from where was 0243 686861 unsa betimi aka omo live on Accra 100.5 baby manga amion okay updates okay my main call a year lego na main call for update just 1 minute quick one Ajaku
Minia
updates ben or
okay in CC ano yenya ntie yesimi so confirm say about 18 students police for arrest because the omoba for name trying to demand say they should be allowed treatment. I'm say you didn't come earlier no me my work for say academic activity school shall say bosumia etwam.
Yeah.
Na esan residential issues won some semi no school for dodo na is stranded. Enti ene omunya ni nti say was a hall no more fine momosa ebeda ho no musua de no dodo na akọ ho so mo kwa ye inquiry so mo kwa find me out mo kwa gain information na I'm say you know mo kwa ho no police for no so anyo mehia so ama o ma titi bibri enti information na yenya sisi ana no.
All right, so which means mo hu baby a o mo wo sese
ye ntome ni omo nkasa ye but yes ye hu baby omo sese ye nya no confirmation say omo gusu o Legon police station ho
18 students
arrangement say ye be to many commander nakasa
okay
ya say exactly what they want to charge them for
okay
na yes me ye hu say ye be to me edi hu komo
okay so 18 students confirmed say 18 o ma chichi omo
yes
okay me yet say be Modi be call hospital more confirm here no
ye guso aye ho adwuma ye nya na ntie se ebi mo prepare enti ye ne ye police for adwuma ya ye be hwehwe hospital ye de o ma konso na ya confirm o identities na any o number and the degree of injury na no so no ya mamo aso ate na mo etimi dia tudwa.
All right, okay chief yeah that's be sir.
Yes, sir, that's it.
All right. So, Yenya Kwaku Body on a All Students Association Commonwealth Hall media coordinator. All right. So, Max Stop. Woman Babe Twaso. Nonsia Pepe Penia de Cassia Bonne Bremo. Mediane Nana Kwabena Bobie Ansah. Thank you so much. My production crew. Benya FM. Thank you. And I say, come on, Dagban FM, or Tamale, and various affiliate stations. We are grateful. I'm done, I'm out. Enjoy your evening and keep safe.